Hello, everybody. It's been a second. Well, it's been a couple of days. It's been a week, but I am here. I am ready to play. Sorry for starting like a minute late. I don't like to do that. Usually, I like to have everything running right ahead of time. But I am a little bit under the weather this week, so things started a bit late. Anywho, let's load up our game because we have lots to do today. I want to get everything in place for Eve before I do the marathon stream because I have a feeling that that could get way out of hand if I don't have everything ready to go. Also, I want to get Moho locked in as well, which Moho starts with getting those two probes, those fuel depots slash. Oh, hey, what's up, Lazy Dev? Good to see you again. Sorry, to get a drink of tea there. Moho really starts for me with getting those two fuel depots out there because I know what's coming with Moho, and it's going to be that I may yeet some Kerbals literally into the void because I'm so bad at getting Kerbals to Moho. But yeah, what's up, Lazy? How are you? All right, let's go ahead and load something. We had a really good test last time of our space dump truck. I want to load the space dump truck again because we had a couple of issues with it, but I think it's mostly locked in and ready to go. So let's delete our fairing here. And all we're going to do with space dump truck is try to get a couple of things working again. And back for more jokes. Hey, that is great. Because we're gonna need jokes because space dump truck sometimes sucks a little bit. Alright, what do we need? To make this overly complex, dumb thing work, we need a couple of things. One, I'd like this to eject. I want to take this and move it off of here, and I want to put a decoupler right there. I'm going to slap that sucker back on. Where is that decoupler at? We're going to make that its own stage. Okay, let's bring that up to here. I like that stage being up there. And then... look, this... I agree. I know that I'm pushing the space dump truck pretty heavily, but the space dump truck is going to become so important later on. Like, it's going to be of maximum importance. This space program cannot work without the space dump truck, because I'm going to probably strand a couple Kerbals on Eve for, like, let's be honest, like a year, and I'm going to feel really bad about doing it. But if they can live inside of their dump truck, then I won't feel as bad. It's brilliant, I know. Okay. Boom. Okay, where is that part? Let's go up here and drop that here. I just want some more thrusters to get that off of there. All right. I think... Oh. And we need one more set. Yeah, they will have space... Like, I am pretty sure that I read in the lore that there are raccoons on Eve. Space raccoons. Okay, where is this... These need to be there. No, I don't know why this is... Why is that there with that? Okay, this is all kinds of messy-wessy. Yeah. But I assume I did that for a reason. Sorry, it's been a week, and I don't remember some of the decisions I made here. Okay. I think Space Dump Truck is going to be good to go. I think it's staged well. We just had some issues with things not separating last time. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try another launch and see what other issues we need to fix. This will get us more Kerbal, the planet Kerbal, or Kerbin, what's it called? Science, which, you know, we don't really need because I've got like 27,000 science right now, but, you know, more science, always better. Boom. There we go. All right. Are they really? I know that SpaceX are. Apparently, Space Daddy Elon is a Kerbal player from time to time. Though I'm kind of sad he hasn't streamed it on X yet. He always streams himself playing Diablo, and I'm like, bro, you're literally playing Kerbal in real life. Can we get some Kerbal content? All right, let's do this. Let's send this sucker up. Because once we have this thing built, we need to build an interplanetary stage for it. It's going to launch to Eve by itself, under robot control. That way, theoretically, oh, there's Kerbals in here. We can't do that. I can't have them die yet. Let's revert back to vehicle assembly. I can't put Kerbals in here yet. No Kerbals are to be in this thing while it does this insane re-entry crap. Like, it's too dangerous for my... I haven't killed a Kerbal yet. And granted, I have reverted some flights and done a lot of stuff, but most of my big missions have had to have rescues so that I don't kill or strand Kerbals. Like, it's been a big deal. Alright. That's why everything has probe control. I made the best cup of tea this morning. I just want that on record, that I made a great cup of tea this morning. All right, so we're going to throttle up, and we're just going to head north. Actually, we've headed north. Where else do we want to go on the planet of Kerbin? There's not really anything to do but go north. Let's see if we can make it to the North Pole. Or we could launch... you know what? We'll test it once here, and then we might test it one more time from a different launch site, just so we can go somewhere different. All right, here we go. All right, and we're moving. It doesn't it doesn't fly as bad as you'd think it would. You know, it's kind of amazing. All right. Here we go. And we're building speed. We're not exactly coordinated with our flight path yet, but we will be soon. We're just building up our speed. Yeah, plenty of fuel left. Okay. Let's get that trajectory turned so we can go somewhere interesting. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, we got just about all the fuel in the world here. So we're just gonna let this sucker keep pushing out on our apoapsis. Normally, I'm not a big fan of trajectories that are going to be as ballistic as this one, but frankly, in this case, we need to know. Like, Eve is a difficult and terrifying mistress, and we need to make sure that our craft is set up for the eviest Eve of reentries. Okay. There we go. What's our altitude at? There we go. We're in space. Okay, so we are set up for a potential North Pole landing, which is what I kind of wanted. All right, let's go ahead and get this sucker turned to the normal direction or any other direction other than where we're doing this. We have plenty of time. Things are going great. Everybody's happy. Yeah. I use a lot of words, but we are going to the North Pole. Like, we're going to get some science at the North Pole while testing this thing. That seems to be the right way to do this. All right, so... why do I have these staged at the same time? I don't think I like that. Oh, now I know why. It's because I have my air brakes up here. So let's go ahead and deploy those. Then let's go ahead and align ourselves to retrograde. All right, we are set. Let's go ahead and get our heat shield inflated. All right, look at that. And our little egg is ready for re-entry. Okay, let's check this. We are going to be burning probably a fair bit of electric charge eventually here. Let's turn on our radar altimeter. We can see the ice sheet there, ready to accept a new denizen. Okay. The next thing is the parachute. I want to get a parachute open before I stage my heat shield. So I'm going to do this, and we're going to go here. Yeah, this thing right here, I know. Yeah, but that is my stability system for this weird craft. It's set to try to keep this thing as stable as possible during re-entry. So we're gonna, here we go. And our rocket is going to disappear into the distance because it has a lot less drag than our inflatable heat shield. We're going to start losing coordination control. This is a problem. We're not balanced around our heat shield, and I think it's because the heat shield needs to be closer to the egg. So I have some plans to solve that, but we're doing another test here on Kerbin to see if we can get this thing on the ground without as much drama, because there was a fair bit of drama last time. Okay, now I need to turn that all the way up, because we're gonna have to. The process of getting this heat shield off the craft, as I remember, was a little bit, what's it called? But it's okay. Penguins are from the South Pole. We're only killing polar bears up here. I don't know if you've seen this, but someone edited the penguins of Madagascar into Baldur's Gate, and it's like Baldur's Gate 3, and it's one of the greatest things I have ever seen in my entire life. All right, here we go. We are stabilizing, which is good. I'm waiting for this chute to inflate, and then we'll do the pirouette that this thing has to do in the air. Okay, here we go. Waiting for heat shield to jettison. Waiting for the chute to inflate. It should inflate any second now. Dude, honestly, seriously, I need life stabilizer. Okay, chute is open. And this is the problem we had last time. We need probably more chute for this stage of the trip. But that's okay. So we gotta fight to get this thing to disconnect first. Come on, disconnect. Fly away. There we go. Okay. Whew. All right, next step is going to be this. Boom! There we go. Okay. Let's pop our mains. Woo! There we go. There we go. Now we're going to pop... I don't know which one this is. Oh, this guy. There we go. Then we want to pop that. That. All right, here we go. Oh, you're kidding me. See, that guy is a problem. He doesn't want to disconnect when I tell him to. It does look like everything back here is okay, though. And we are following correctly under our own power. Okay. Engine test. Engine test is good. You can see the fairing falling around. The insane amount of litter this thing creates. Because it's so many stages. Other than that, I mean, we're doing good. Let's pop our lights on. Oh my god, look at that. Dude, we're doing great right now. Alright, we're falling under chute now. Seriously, there's pieces of fairing that are still falling. It lays the fairing out in a pattern below you, too. That's actually kind of cool. Alright. We're coming in. I'm going to go ahead and time accelerate here because I do not have all day today. There we go. Alright, come on. So we'll have to rebalance it. I am a little worried about that as well. That would be funny, though. Space dump truck, ease down. Let's get this brake on. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and drive backwards a little bit and prep for separation of our sky crane. I literally barely used any of the fuel in it. I'm actually going to burn off as much fuel as I can here. So we're just going to turn on our sky crane and... Quick save? I don't quick save. This is a test mission. The explosion is part of it. Okay. Now, there's nothing really to scan up here, though we could go for a speed record, which I think is what we're going to do once we get this sucker. How much throttle do I need to actually lift this thing? Okay, 2/3 throttle is what it takes. There we go. So we are now out of fuel on that. Here we go. Beautiful! Alright, I think it's time for a speed record. Okay. I'm gonna clear all of our debris and just head towards the sun. Maximum speed, here we go. How fast can it actually go? We've jumped it, we've tested it near the Space Center, but truly, the Kerbals are curious. This is for science. How fast can Space Dump Truck go? 30 meters a second. $32. $33. We're still climbing. We're still gaining speed. It looks like 34. Nope. I thought... I thought 34 was the maximum speed. I truly did. But no. We continue to accelerate. 34.3. Oh, yeah, I worry that there will be no drifting, because if I even breathe on the steering, this thing is going to roll over. There's a piece of a docking collar still on top of it, too, which is going to annoy me. All right, I think 34.3 is all she's got in her. Why are my radiators not activated? Interesting. Let's go ahead and activate our radiators. Because having radiators is smart, and Eve is a very warm planet. All right, yeah, 34.3 is all she got. Brake test. Brakes are not very good. Okay, there's nothing really up here for the scanning arm to scan, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get our science. Okay, log pressure data. Okay, let's get some goo. We got that. All right, I think we got, oh, let's get some seismic data. Log seismic data. All right. Let's go ahead and recover the vessel. I don't know why the rear piece of it doesn't disconnect as it's supposed to, but it seems to eventually disconnect, which I think is okay. So let's recover the vessel. We have a couple of changes we have to make to this thing, and I think we're going to do one more test launch, and then I'm kicking her out to Eve. All right. So we got our science, thank God. We got 24 science on that last mission, so we're up to 37,000. And we're gonna work on this thing a little bit more because I want it to. If I send it all the way to Eve, I really want it to work. I have yet to successfully put anything down on Eve on this playthrough. It's been a disaster. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I think we'll be able to put this thing on Eve, this stream. That is the plan. I'd like to be able to put this thing down on the surface of Eve on this stream. I have a promise to my followers that when I start sending, like, basically when I send a Kerbal to Eve, I don't stop streaming until I get them back. So the Eve stream is going to be a mega stream. I'm going to do it as long as it takes to rescue the Kerbal that's stuck on the surface of Eve. Well, Kerbals that are stuck on the surface of Eve, because they will end up stranded there. It will be a disaster. So I'm kind of planning on that stream happening, I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. But what I'm doing here, genuinely, is in my mind, I'm hedging my bet. If they're gonna be stuck on the surface of Eve, which they are going to be stuck on the surface of Eve, I gotta think about how I'm doing this really quickly. If they're going to be stuck there, I'm going to have them down there doing science. Okay, there we go. That's what I want. So I want to put all of these in here. Okay, so we'll put this here, put these here. And then what I need to know is my center of mass. There we go. And then I need to click on... Nope. All right, move. Click this. There we go. That will put us almost square. Let's turn this off. That's pretty square right there. Okay, there we go. That's pretty square. And then we'll take this and we'll slap that back on there. And then we're gonna have to rerun these so that they're... Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go to R, and we're change our symmetry, and we're gonna grab this guy here, and he needs to go down to there. There we go. All right. So, yeah, this is the plan. The plan is to get this sucker built and ready, and basically yeet it out to Eve this stream. Okay, that breaks off. That breaks off. That breaks when that chute opens. Oh, and we need more parachutes up here. Let's go ahead and delete this fairing. Okay, because the speed brakes, while doing their thing, are not quite enough to get this thing into the orientation that I want it. So, let's make sure I know which one I need, and then we're going to go to here, and we're going to add... There we go. We're going to add 4 parachutes up here. And we're going to... Where did it put those? There we go. All right, there we go. So that's the plan. We're going to try to slow this thing down a little bit more. Now, we need it to be centered enough to where we can put to where this fairing will build. So let's build this fairing and make sure we're centered. Really doesn't want to build a fairing for me right now. Maybe it's because these guys are in the wrong place. All right, so we're going to go R. I'm going to grab these guys and drop them here. There we go. All right, let's try this again. Build fairing. Beep, beep. There we go. How far off are we of center? Not too far. Actually, yeah, it'll stick. All right, sweet, it's stuck. Now we're going to build our fairing up here. Oh, man, that's an ugly rocket. All right, here we go, everybody. All right, we're going to save. I want to go to... How do we change launch sites? There we go. Let's go to the desert launch site. I'm going to save again, and here we go. Let's launch, because we're using these test missions to also get as much data on Kerbin as we can. All right. Deep breath. We got this. We can do it. Ah, look at the beautiful desert launch site. Barely ever come out here. No vehicle assembly building, just like a crappy runway and some bunkers. Okay, SAS is on. Let's go ahead and determine where we are on the surface. And maybe we fly up to these mountains. We could do a South Pole mission too. All right, let's go up. Let's go up to here. Okay, so we want to head northeast. Northwest. All right, throttle up. We're not looking really for efficiency here, so we're going to actually turn... Exactly. We're going to turn basically immediately. And... all we really want is to get to space and ballistically test this rocket. I'm actually going to throttle down slightly because we just don't need to go that high here. And we're going to bring this down. Come on. Northwest. Oh. She's fighting me. She's fighting me. We nearly lost coordination there, but that's okay. That's all right. Okay. That's okay. Let's add a little north here. Up. Whoa. Come on. Come back. Woo, out of control for a second there. This thing just keeps trying to lawn dart all over the place. This is probably good, though, Because we're not going to get a ton of altitude here. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. Now we're like loosely traveling in the direction we want to. Oh my god, this thing is a disaster. Come on. Come on. Okay, now we have the power. Okay, we're gonna not land in the desert now. We're gonna land in some grasslands, apparently. I really don't want to hit that lake. Let's see if we can get ourselves a little more north. I really don't want to land in that lake, game. Okay. Are we in space yet? We are not in space yet. I'm gonna let the atmosphere break us a little bit, and we'll see what we can do here. Okay. Okay, we are now in space. Let's go ahead and align for disassembly. So the reason I'm testing a lot is Eve scares me, because the last time I even tried to put a probe down on Eve, I spent an entire stream trying the same re-entry basically over and over and blowing up every time. Because Eve is scary. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's get a retrograde alignment going. Okay. Inflate heat shield. Heat shield is inflated. And now we're gonna time accelerate to our destination. To this lake that we're totally not gonna land in, yo. Alright, here we go. Okay, test. I don't know why these are on the same one. They should not be. My staging is messed up. And that's not good. Okay, we'll just do some live work here. Let's get that open. I want to get this up past there. So I want all these chutes to activate. Oh, crap, you're right. Boom, let's get these open. Deploy. Oh, no. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Well, we're certainly not going the right way now, are we? This is why I don't put Kerbals on this thing. Jesus, what a disaster. Ah, I forgot about my stabilizers. Dang it. Okay, let's go ahead. We're currently dying. Okay. But we're gonna test everything else. Even though we fell in the wrong direction. I thought moving that weight inside would help me, and it did not at all. Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead and jettison this guy. Oh, no. Oh, geez. Okay, that was not a good thing. Alright, well, let's see if we can... Oh, yes, Spud, we are testing this thing before we go to Eve. Sorry. I've just been... I'm a little distracted here. Can we get some chutes open, please? Okay, I want this to be up here. And I want... Alright, there we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we're testing our Eve rover right now, and it's going very poorly. This test has been the worst one yet. Okay. We're just gonna let her go down until the rest of these chutes pop for us. Any second now, please. Please. What did I set these to? Okay. Oh. Alright. Now we're gonna try the rest of this. Here we go, everybody. Okay, that separated beautifully. That's like the best part of this flight so far. Okay, let's get that guy off. Yeah, that guy just doesn't really like to separate. We're gonna have to work on that. Alright, everybody, we're undershoot. Yeah, this is the space dump truck. So I'm doing everything I can to get the Eve mission ready outside of actually sending Kerbals there. Because as I have explained, Spud, to Lazy Dev, once I send Kerbals to Eve, I cannot stop streaming until they come back. So I'm trying to help myself here by doing as much as I can. And my concept is, in the years, and I'm sure it will be years, that my Kerbals are stranded on Eve, this will be where they live, which is basically a space dump truck slash, like, Winnebago that they're going to live in and do all the science and drive around on Eve while they're stranded there. This will also help them get to their rescue ship, which will be needed, quicker. There's the heat shield. Okay, so, and I'm also using this opportunity to get some data on Kerbin. So we're killing a lot of birds with a single stone here. All right, brakes are on. Throttling up engines to slow down. Okay, we're down. What does having a huge ass have to do with space rovers? We used the word dump truck a lot in the last stream, which, you know... Which, yeah, I was thinking that the whole time. But yes, this is an actual looking dump truck machine. Alright. There goes my sky crane. And here is the space dump truck. Now, we're gonna go ahead and get our science from where we are. So let's get our mystery goo. You know what? It's 0.2 science, and we're gonna take it. Let's run our atmosphere analysis. Let's get our pressure. Get our gravity. I know it's like barely any science, but I don't care. Log our seismic data. All right, we're gonna head over to one of these trees here real quick. Okay, we're gonna slow down. We're gonna set our parking brake here in a second. Okay, there we go. All right, brakes are set. All right. No target in range. Must be... Okay. This is a giant tree, by the way. What do you mean no targets in range? I'm, like, literally touching a tree. Lame. I can't scan these trees. This entire mission was pointless. Other than the stuff we learned. And all the litter that we left on the surface. Okay. We have a lot to do on this thing. So let's recover this vessel. Let's go back to the space. And we're gonna... We gotta get one perfect re-entry on Kerbin before I'm willing to yeet this thing out at Eve. Because, yeah, we gotta get one here. With Eve, your re-entries... Who cares? Still alive. For the people who are still alive. That's such a... God damn. Should I do a Portal stream? I wouldn't mind a Portal stream. It's been so long since I played Portal that I've literally forgotten how to do everything. So, like... You all would have to watch me fail at Portal quite a bit. All right, cool. It's settled. A Portal stream. You know what? I'll set it for Sunday, and we'll play Portal. We'll only do one Kerbal stream this weekend, and we'll play Portal for the other one. All right, let's go to vehicle assembly and see if we can continue to solve this issue. Yes, okay, cool. Portal on Sunday. That's what we're gonna do. I'll add it to the schedule as soon as I'm done here. I really want to get one successful reentry for this stupid thing. Okay, delete fairing. Delete fairing. All right, we need to get the weight closer to the base so that this thing doesn't fall over, and we need way more control authority. So, I mean, no, I'll probably play Flight Simulator tomorrow. Like, the Flight Simulator streams, I'm going to be honest, are kind of for me. I love playing Flight Simulator. Okay. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. This is a simple solution. We're just trying to move the weight lower. And then we need, from our upper stage, one, I want to get these guys are really, like... I have to do this every time. We're going to do this. I want to get... I need to get this set up. So we're going to do... All these guys need to have their altitude brought way up. Okay, that's good. Okay, and so the weight's lower. We're going to increase our control authority by doing this. Yes. Oh, behold my brilliance, everybody. I think I might be the smartest person alive, everybody. Yes. No, these guys. We're gonna go there. Nope. We're gonna go there. There we go. Yes. Behold. Backwards rocket. Yes, Eve's atmosphere is Eve's analogous to Venus. The reason I'm spending so much time on this is if you don't have your reentry, like, you know how this thing keeps kind of falling on its side during reentry? That will completely destroy a craft. Like, that will completely kill whatever spacecraft you're flying. Is something like that. Okay. Actually, I'd like to set these here. There's going to be a little clipping here, which you all know I'm not a big fan of, but I'm just going to live with it. All right. We'll see. Hopefully this will give us enough control authority during reentry to stay. Oh, and we had ourselves a staging issue. So that stages. This stages. Okay. At the same time, yes. Then this stages. When that ignites, then we're gonna kick all those up. Oh, and we did have an issue during flight with this nearly tearing off. So we're gonna come here. We're gonna do this. Let's do this here. And we're gonna attach these right here. There we go. Hey, that's great though. So the aquarium, we're nearing the day where the aquarium will be active and happy shrimp will live happy shrimp lives in the aquarium. All right. Just double checking everything, everybody, because this thing has been such a disaster. This just does not work, but it doesn't destroy everything enough to make, you know, it'll do it when I'm at Eve, but whatever. We'll worry about it there. All right, we're just double checking everything right now. Because, okay, so this breaks apart, this pops off, then this happens when this happens. I want to separate these two. And I need... Boop. I need this one to happen first. Okay. Save. Yeah. Then that ejects. Okay, so we actually need this to eject later. We need to be undershoot when this happens. Oh, okay, my staging is all messed up. I'm glad I noticed this. Okay. That breaks off, this opens up, then all these ignite, or all these open up. Okay, there we go. Okay. There we go. And then these open and begin the rotation. Then we separate that. Then we separate that, and then we land. Okay. Big Chungus lore stream win. I mean, if you're talking about the Eve stream, I don't know. I'm kind of... I gotta find a weekend where I, like, basically have nothing planned whatsoever. And I'm just like, screw it. 24-hour, 12-hour stream where I try to get Kerbals to Eve and back. Like, this is me... I wouldn't say I'm cheating. I'm just taking a lot of preparation time. Because I don't quite want that stream to go like 14 or 15 hours, you know? And it has the potential to be a biggin. Because we, no sleep till Kerbals are back from Eve is kind of an insane thing for a person to do. Okay, there's that fairing. Then we're gonna build another fairing. Boop. Build this fairing. Come on. Okay, I don't know why this is still happening. Build a fairing. What have I done wrong here? I've done something wrong, everybody. Give me a second. I need to delete this fairing, and we need to find out why this fairing won't build. Is it these are... I think it's because... I don't know. Let's just see if I can... Oh, did I just... Where is you? Did I just unstage this? I broke it. I broke my staging. Gosh darn it. Stage my fairing. Okay, let's try this again. Let's build this fairing. There we go. Now she's building. Okay. God, this is like the ugliest rocket. Alright, we're gonna build a fairing. Come on. Okay, we actually don't need it to be that wide, so let's bring it in just a little bit. I'm trying to build this thing with such an aerodynamic shape that it's a little more stable. Alright, there we go. God, this is such a stupid rocket. Alright, we're gonna save. Check my staging one last time. It's so complicated. Alright, let's launch. Oh, the Jewel and Elu Kerbals are all on their way home. They are in interplanetary transit currently. They have not yet arrived home. The Elu Kerbals are going to have a bad time, by the way. I do not have G-Lock turned on right now, and thank God, because I would murder those poor little Kerbals when they re-enter the atmosphere. Let me do this test flight. Tylo. Okay, so the Tylo Kerbals have been sent home. It is just the thrust to weight ratio of that lander is wrong, and I don't want to leave them out there. So what we're going to do is in the next couple streams, the plan is we're going to tackle all the hard planets. We're doing Moho. We're doing, we're going to do Eve, and we're going to do Tylo. You know, Tylo, we're getting the bad ones done. It's going to happen. I just, I'm spending a lot of time on this because this is kind of I know for a fact, as we all know, I cannot do an atmospheric landing and get two landers right next to each other. So I'm sending a rover to Eve so that we don't have a stream where, a Kerbal spins, I spend, half the stream walking Kerbals across Eve. We're sending the rover up there for a couple of reasons. All right, here we go. All right, which direction do we want to go this time? I don't know. Let's go northwest. Just gonna let the rocket come up to speed here because we did have some stability issues last time. This thing is not the most stable rocket I've ever built. Not really designed to be, but yeah, let's head northwest. Whoop, whoop, oh, it almost fell over. There, you can see it is not the most stable rocket. And I just cut a bunch of the reaction wheels off this thing for some weight savings and stability stuff. So we're not as stable as we used to be. Okay. Now, we just really want to go to space. That's kind of the big thing right now. It's okay. It's alright. We're not the most stable we've ever been, but that's okay. We have plenty of control authority. That is a extremely insane trajectory, so we're going to go ahead and lower our nose towards the horizon here and start pushing that trajectory far, far, far away from us. Okay, let's throttle down because I don't want to go into the ocean. And these insane trajectories, like I said, I'm trying to mirror what Eve does here. Which is, you know, you go from 0 atmosphere to insane atmosphere insanely quickly. Okay, we'll let the atmosphere help us out here. And we're just going to wait till we're in space. We should be in space any second now, and we'll set up for re-entry. Okay. Okay, there we go. We're in space. Let's disassemble for re-entry. First, we got to get ourselves turned in the correct orientation. We have plenty of time here. Let's check our power level. All right. Almost there. You know, I've never really done this many test missions on Kerbin, so it's kind of cool to get to explore Kerbin just a little bit through these little test launches. I'm having a lot of fun right now. All right, here we go. We're in position. Okay, and we're just gonna let that rocket move away from us slightly. All right, here we go. Gonna align retrograde. Let's pop open our stabilizer stage. There we go. Let's deploy our air brakes. Now with added fins. Let's inflate our heat shield. All right, this actually looks way better than the other one did. I'm thinking we may have a winner here, everybody. Okay, radar altimeter is on. And we're gonna fly over here and try not to land in the water. Okay, looking at about... Here we go. Okay, we're gonna start our re-entry. We're gonna land on the side of that goddamn mountain, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Okay, that's good, though. That's good. That's good testing. All right, here we go. Here we go. Come on. Okay, I really don't want to land in the water, so we need to stop we need to start stopping. Where's my atmosphere? Why are you not stopping me? Here we go. We're getting a little bit of heating on the side of our thing, and we're gonna flip. And we're gonna roll. Alright, I have some plans to fix this, but we're gonna test everything else again. And we're gonna do an emergency water landing. Why not? Let's test it. Okay. Here we go. I forgot to save that, because we want to get undershoot first. Alright. Let's go ahead. That's right, everybody. I'm doing my staging stuff literally while falling, catapulting down to the earth. Alright, let's do this. Okay, and we're gonna wait till all these chutes stop us. Then we'll pop this away. There we go. Okay. So we're just waiting until we get to... There we go. Alright. Now we're slowed down enough. Let's try to eject our heat shield. Finally, it actually falls away properly. Yes! We're getting better. Oh my god. Super excited. Okay. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and pop our... Let's open up this egg. Boom! Look at that. Oh, that's cool. Alright. Things are going great right now, everybody. Alright, now we're going to begin our, like, sky pirouette. So let's go ahead and get these chutes open. They're not going to inflate yet because we need to get closer to the ground. That's okay, because they're set a little bit lower. So let's go ahead. When are they set to fully inflate? 2,500. So let's go ahead and time accelerate down to 2,500. It's taking a second. Yeah, and we might honestly, if we land in the ocean, we're definitely going to revert that back to orbit and just try a different re-entry profile. That's kind of how I kind of had to brute force my landings on Lathe so we wouldn't land in the ocean, because I'm not very good at doing atmospheric re-entries with any sort of precision. All right, those are open. Here we go. Next stage. Boom. Okay. So we're just gonna... When are these set to inflate? 1,000? All right, let's come down to... Let's time accelerate down to 1,000, and we will begin final disassembly and landing. This has gone a lot smoother, even though we're still having troubles with stability during re-entry, but I have a plan for that. We're just gonna have to do a little work on the nose of this thing. All right, here we go. So we might have to do one more launch, but you know, it's gonna be okay, everybody. We're getting there, because each time we do this, we learn a little bit, and that's what this game is all about: learning, trial and error. And you know, I haven't killed any Kerbals with this thing yet, which I'm frankly very happy about. All right, it's gonna start. It's gonna start. Those are set. All right, here we go. Yes, look at it. Look at it do its little pirouette in the air. All right. Let's go ahead and activate these radiators first. I know they like to... All right, here we go. Now is the sketchy one. I don't know why it does that, but it works. So we're just not going to worry about it. Because the ladder continues to be here, and that is okay. Because this is how my Kerbals will get in and out of their space dump trucks. We'll retract that ladder. We've checked it. All right, now let's test our rocket motors. Rocket motors are good. So now we're just going to head on down to the ground. Let's get our lights. Our lights are on. Excellent. We just need to fix the re-entry problem. And if we can fix the re-entry problem, this thing is ready. Oh, parking brake on. Very important if we're landing on a slope. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and fire up our rockets. Oh, no! 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 Okay, slope landings. Not good. We're learning a lot, everybody. We're learning a lot here. Oh, dear. Oh, my. Okay, so we have a lot to fix here. Mainly, we just need to have more control authority when we re-enter. And I have some plans for that. What we're going to do is we're going to put in our like re-entry stability stage, I'm going to slap like two... I'm going to bury this thing in reaction wheels. That's what we're going to do. And then we're going to go check on our Kerbals who are in space. But I want to try this one more time to see if we can get it locked in, because I think we're really close to the formula here. I think we're right there, folks. Okay. So let's go ahead and delete this fairing. Delete. And this one especially, because we're going to do a lot of work up here. We're going to delete this fairing. And I'm going to pop this off right now, and we're just going to grab... Where's it? Command and Control. There it is. Too small. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to have a bunch of reaction wheels up here as well. I am thinking what I want to do truly is we're going to pull all this off of here. And we're going to grab a structure, and I'm just using a tube. And then we're going to put all this back on. I want to give this whole stage more leverage over the craft. I don't like that. Let's... And then we're going to move these up here as far as we can. There we go. Okay. This is just to give this thing more leverage over the rest of the craft. You know, longer lever equals more for less, I think. Something like that. All right, let's check our staging again, because our staging was a little bit wonky. So we staged here, and then we opened that up. Then we staged that. I need this to be up here. Now my parachutes are all wacky now. Okay. Because these need to be their own stage. Because we'll pop that. And these two will fire. And these will fire. Now I need to get the inflation altitudes on these set up properly. Because these are inflating way too late. I need them basically to inflate the moment I open them. Okay, 15. Let's make this properly 1500. Okay, so we're just going to get them all set up. Of course, my phone is blowing up now because it's like people who don't even watch my streams somehow know when I'm streaming and are always like, let me call you mid-stream. Let me check that really quick to make sure it's not an emergency. It is not an emergency. Okay, so... All right, so we launch, we separate here, we inflate our heat shield, okay? Then this breaks apart and exposes this stability structure. Then we eject our heat shield. Actually, we want to eject our heat shield once we're under shoot. So we're under shoot. Then we eject our heat shield. Then we open our main fairing. Then we begin the process of getting these chutes out. Then we break apart, we break that off, and then we land. And we eject our sky crane. All right, I think we're good, everybody. So now what we're going to do is we're going to build our fairing, and we're going to try one last time. And then I'm going to go deal with Kerbals elsewhere in the system, because I've been neglecting my other Kerbals recently. And I have many Kerbals on the way home from a great distance. And then, hopefully, if everything works great, we'll probably yeet this thing out at Eve near the end of the stream, and depending on how much time we have, perhaps even... Okay, there's that. Let's go ahead and build this fairing. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and save. And you know what? Let's do one more different. Let's do Woomerang. We haven't launched this thing from Woomerang yet. And since we're doing like a tour of Kerbin, let's do that. All right, last launch for this thing for now. Let's make sure everything is good to go and works. Let's do one last test launch for Space Dump Truck. And then the next part of the stream will be bringing Kerbals home from all parts of the system, landing them, and then at the end of the stream, I'll yeet this thing out at Eve with like an interplanetary nuclear stage. So we'll have to build a mega rocket around this thing, which will probably mean a third fairing has to cover all these little fairings. With, you know, my insanity knows no bounds, everybody. Okay. So let's turn SAS on. Where on the planet are we? Oh, we're up here. Okay. Not a lot of places to launch. We might actually be able to affect a desert landing if we launch to the southeast. Dump truck probe landed. I thought I recovered you. Whatever. I'll clean up all the debris from this stupid thing later. All right. Here we go. Throttle up. We're going to go to the southeast. West. Southeast. Yes. All right. Here we go. Beautiful mountains next to us here. Okay. Starting our southeast turn. Here we go. Oop, 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 oop. Come on. You need to stay stable, Rocket. Especially while we're flying over these really pretty mountains. Oh, there's one of the satellite dishes that, you know, the radio transmitters. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever actually seen one of those in-game. That's pretty neat. All right. Oh yeah, and I was mid-landing earlier, Lazy, when you said this. Yeah, landing in the ocean would not be great. It would be a rough time to land in the ocean on Eve with this thing, because I feel like once it lands in the ocean, we're not getting it back. Speaking of landing in the ocean, we are not aligned to a good trajectory right now. Okay, come on. Come on. Almost there. Almost there. We almost got this. Don't want to land in the ocean on Kerbin. Would prefer the desert, actually. Okay, there we go. Kind of a crazy trajectory, but once again, Eve takes no prisoners. So these crazy trajectories that drop us into the atmosphere quickly are a good thing. All right. Let us begin the disassembly of our rocket. We're going to get turned into disassembly orientation here as we fly over this ocean below us. Radar altimeter is on. And we're going to try landing this thing one last time. And then we're going to start bringing Kerbals home, because we got a lot of Kerbals to bring home right now. Where is my nearest alarm? I mean, none of them are close, but I'll probably fast forward and actually, so we get some fireworks in this stream. Alright, here we go. I'm going to do a small amount of time acceleration just to let these two machines... There we go. Separate. Retrograde. Okay, fairing 2. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and get our air brakes open. Deploy. Air brakes are open. Extended control section looks good. Let's go ahead and get our heat shield inflated. Okay, heat shield is inflated. Alright, folks, let's give it a try. Huge trajectory here. Very tall. Alright, we're going to get down to about 120, and we're going to come in really fast on this one. So this will be a great test for basically everything we built here. Because we are coming in with a grand amount of speed. Okay, next stage should be my chutes. Okay, we're roughly aligned. Let's come down a little bit more because we don't have all day. There we go. All right, here we go. You can do it this time. I believe in you. I believe in you, Space Egg. You got this. Whoa! I forgot that thing was there. That's hilarious. Alright. We do have way more pitch control than we did. It's still going to fall onto its side a little bit. But it looks like we can correct for that, which we just did. That right there is basically perfect, everybody. That's what we were looking for, is that correction that it just made. Beautiful. That is nearly perfect. Nearly perfect. Okay. Now we have to do the rest of it. Okay, we're going to fall a little bit so that we're not here all day. But it has a lot of control and stability, which is what we wanted. All right, let us begin the process of disassembling it. I'm going to get down to, like, I don't know, 5,000 feet before we really start this process. Let's go ahead and do, I don't know, we could do it now. All right, we're just going to wait till we're undershoot before we eject our heat shield. So we're going to hold. Hold! Hold! There we go. All right. Okay, now we are unstably undershoot. Heat shield, gone. Goodbye, heat shield. All right, now let's open up the egg. Boom, there we go. Let's get our lights on. Parking brake is on. Okay, next stage is we need to... let's time accelerate down a couple thousand feet here. And we will begin our sky pirouette. Okay. Where are these guys set to open at? 4,000? All right, here we go. Let's start our sky pirouette. Okay. I'm going to turn our SAS off to let this happen. What are these guys set at? 1,500? Let's time accelerate down to 1,500 real quick. It is really trying to you can see this, it's trying to tear itself apart. I need to auto-strut this section. But that's okay, we'll get there. Right now, we're just testing the rest of this landing. I think this is the one that's going to be perfect, everybody, and then we're going to be able to send this thing out to Eve. Where I'm sure we will find the glaring problem with this thing. here we go. The pirouette's going to happen any second now. There we go. We're going to let it turn. All right. Next stage. Boom. Look at that. Oh, my God. Brilliant. Okay, now we need to get this butt-end section off of it. Okay, there we go. Rocket landing engine test. We are good. Okay, let's fire our SAS back up for stability purposes. And we'll get the rocket leveled out, or the machine leveled out here. And now we're just going to fall. Okay. Here we go. There's a cactus over there that we're going to drive over and check out in a second, because we don't have any desert data yet. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm going to slow down my time acceleration, and we're going to come into land. Parking brakes on, lights are on. Here we go. Come on. There we go. And we're down. Truck is stable. Let's eject, let's burn off the rest of the fuel from our sky crane here. Let's try an injection while those engines are running. All right. Parking brake off. All right, let's go ahead and drive over to a cactus and get some data. Okay, first, let's get some goo. Kerbals deserts, sweet. Let's get some pressure. Let's get our gravioli data. Let's grab this. Getting all sorts of data now. Let's get an atmosphere analysis. Excellent. All right. So collect all. Okay. How's our electricity looking? It does look good. We're holding charge, which is good. Okay, so we're gonna come over here. We do have 2 RTGs on here just for nighttime operation, as you know, the sun will not always be shining on Eve. But we do have as many solar panels as we could put on the top of this sucker just to make sure it operates well. These are huge cacti, by the way. Oh my God, we're gonna hit it. Hang on. Whoop. Come on, come back for me. There we go. There we are. Okay. Just gonna get lined up here. Man, I really want to be able to get some cactus data. Okay, here we go. Whoop. Okay. No target in range. There's a cactus right there. Lame. Was there anything else we can actually scan around here? I guess not. No rocks or anything. All right, cool. Well, either way, that was a spectacular landing. I think this craft is ready to go. It's perfect. It has control authority during re-entry, which is what we've been chasing. So we're good. We're ready to launch this to Eve. But we're going to take a quick break from doing that because we still have to build a interplanetary stage and a big-ass rocket for it. So we're going to take a... break from that and bring some Kerbals home. We have a lot of Kerbals coming in right now, so let's go to the tracking station and see who Who's coming in? Who's next? We do have 2 Moho fuel depots in orbit, too, that eventually need to get thrown at Moho. As you can see, I got a lot of balls in the air here. These are my Kerbals coming home. Elu's coming home pretty quickly. So where is my first maneuver? I got all these space dump truck probes, just like these satellite bodies just lying on the ground. Lathe rescue rocket. Okay, Elu manned mission. Okay. Let's check my alarm clock down here. Who's my first contestant here? Edit. Orbit adjustment maneuver for my Elu manned mission. So where is my Elu mission? I think it's this guy. Yep, there it is. All right, sweet. Let's fly this guy. Let's get some data transferred. Let's go do a maneuver, and let's get ready for re-entry for these guys. We're bringing all the Kerbals home. No more Kerbals are flying away until we have Kerbals home, because some of these missions have been horrifyingly long. Like, horrifying. These guys have been in space for 15 years. Okay, let's check. We do have electric charge. So let's go ahead and transmit our science. First, we'll get that transmitted. Okay, sweet. And then let's go ahead and get locked in to our maneuver node, wherever it may be. How far away is this maneuver? Oh yeah, because we've got to do a plane change to actually hit Kerbin. And we're going to have to add a little bit of velocity. This is a long maneuver. I forgot about this. The maneuver is in 334 days. 334. All right, sweet. Let's time accelerate till we're within about an hour of it. We'll transmit more science. And then we will begin our lineup maneuver. Yeah, these poor Kerbals from Elu have been out here for so long. This was like a career-long mission for these Kerbals. Like, they've been in space basically forever. Okay, we're just bringing them down into their maneuver. Really quickly, let's go ahead and dial back. I bet you they have a full load of science. What do you know? They do. Let's go ahead and transmit that. Because the science never stops, everybody. GLaDOS was right. We don't stop doing science. Just because we miss our families and we've been out here for nearly 20 years, we don't stop doing science. How's his data looking? Oh, he's got tons of data, so we're good. All right, so we're gonna keep working our way back in. Okay, 75 days to this maneuver. Now, the plan here is going to be that I think we're going to try to adjust our periaps all the way into the atmosphere. We're very, very close. Okay, let's go ahead and check our science again. I bet we are full. Yes, we are. Let's transmit more science. Okay, science transmitted. And let's go ahead and get all the way up to this maneuver. Okay. They are lined up. Okay, what have I set this to drop me to? Okay. 49. So we'll push it a little bit farther than the maneuver says, and we may be able to get ourselves a proper re-entry here. Okay, we're locked in. 2 minutes, 32 seconds. 1 minute, 16 seconds. We'll start our maneuver. And this is going to be kind of a big burn for being this far out, but we just want to get them adjusted and ready. Okay, here we go. Let's start our burn. Yeah, this is our big plane change maneuver, so we can get aligned up for Kerbin. Okay, just doing our biggest burn here. Letting these Kerbals hang out for a while. Year 15, they'll be year 16, I suppose, by the time they get home. These poor Kerbals are just, you know, they are out here. Alright. Okay, burning slowly. Not the most exciting part of the stream right now, but we want to bring our Kerbals home. The goal is no Kerbal shall die, or be stranded in space for the rest of time. And I mean, we have tons of... I refueled the heck out of this thing, so we have tons of Delta V left. We definitely weren't coming home on the Delta V they had. If you haven't seen that stream, they only had about 1,300 meters a second of Delta V while they were in orbit around Elu. Without refueling, these poor Kerbals were not coming home. Alright, now what we're looking for is we're looking for that trajectory to come our way. We're gonna get our interaction soon. We should. And we're gonna see the trajectory come at us pretty quickly, but any second now, waiting for it. There it is. God, my brilliance knows no bounds. Alright, we're going to lower our throttle way down. Thankfully, you can... These nuclear engines throttle to almost 0. And we will begin trying to line this up at this burn. We're going to see if we can actually get our re-entry proper. Otherwise, we'll have to put in a adjustment burn. This is going to happen real quick. Okay, 14 is not 46. Dang. That's okay. That's all right. We'll put in a quick adjustment burn. Let's say here. Add maneuver. And we're just going to give it a little tippy tap of Delta V here. Just enough to drop us in. Boop. Boop. You can see these adjustments are huge. Okay. Well, all right. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Because, unfortunately, we are so far out, tiny little Delta V changes mean a lot of, what's it called? Change in our approach. Okay, there we go. This will make it more granular. So we're going to bring this down. There we go. Perfect. Let's line up to that, and we will let this cook, and we'll just set an alarm for that maneuver. It's a tiny amount of Delta V, but it is necessary. Okay. Elu. Oh, do I have my caps lock on? I do. Elu. Mission. Kerbin. Approach. adjustment. Okay, there we go. Boop. All right. Who are these guys? Edit. Go to Moho Day. We're not going to Moho right now because Moho is scary. So we'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that eventually. All right, who are these guys? Edit. Elu mission Kerbin approach adjustment is my next maneuver. So let's go ahead and get that locked in because I do have 2 more maneuvers, which I think are these 2 spacecraft that need to do their maneuvers to prepare for Kerbin approach. But let's go ahead and bring these guys in. Very exciting. This is going to probably, if you're looking for fireworks, I want to get that Eve lander on the way, and maybe we'll re-enter it today. But if you're looking for fireworks, they are pretty much going to be guaranteed right now. Because this mission, these guys are coming in off plane. They are coming in from a fairly extreme distance. Let's get their science transmitted. We're just going to keep on transmitting all of the science for these guys because they are just killing it. We've gotten thousands of points of science from this mission thus far. And they are 16 years in and still working hard. What professionals. Okay, here we go. They are lined up for their maneuver months in advance as they warm the reactors up for what will hopefully be the final time this mission burns. Okay, here we go. I'm actually going to slow us down, and we're going to do some engine deactivation so that we can do this maneuver very, very granularly. Okay. Okay, these 2 are active. All right, we'll shut these 2 down. Boom. We just want to make sure it's square. So these 2 are running. Okay, sweet. Because this is, we're going to make a very tiny orbital adjustment here. So let's go ahead and time accelerate to this maneuver, and then we will get lined up for what could be the fastest reentry yet. Okay. And then we'll bring it down. All right. Okay, we're going to F5 here for safety. And here we go. And there they go. They are ready for their re-entry. Okay. Let's go ahead and see how much science they have. They have a bit. Let's go ahead and transmit that. We'll do one last science transmission when they enter Kerbin's sphere of influence. We'll collect our science, move our Kerbals around in the ship, and get them set up. And we will re-enter. This is going to be a fast one. Okay. So let's go ahead and get to our sphere of influence. We're not too far out. Our periapsis is 5 days away. So let's go ahead and let's fly over to Kerbin. Boop. There we go. All right. Kerbin periapsis is a day away. So we'll go ahead and you can see Kerbin hanging in the distance there, looking beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and transmit our final bit of science. It's not much, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and stop our research. All right, the Kerbals are getting ready. This has been their home for, you know, I don't know how long. For 16 years, this has been the home that these Kerbals have lived in. Okay, let's double check. Okay, we're good. All right, we're going to close this up. And we are ready. So let's go ahead and F5 for safety, just in case this reentry kills them all. And here we go. We're just going to time accelerate towards the planet. Bring them down nice and easy. And they are going to end the longest duration mission ever by a Kerbal in this game. These guys have been living and working aboard this rocket for 16 and a half years. I always like to see near the orbit of the moon. Yeah, these guys are coming in quick. We're 46 minutes out from Kerbin at the orbit of the Mun, which is hilarious. They are coming in so fast. So that's going to be 4 kilometers a second minimum. We might actually come in a bit slower than I thought we would, which I'm pretty pleased with because I was really concerned about these Kerbals' safety. I'm still very concerned about their safety. Okay, let's go ahead and... Okay, there's 4 kilometers a second. Radar, let's switch to radar altimeter is on. Okay, we're at about 500,000 meters. Let's go ahead and here we go. They are free. They have said goodbye to their home. Okay, we have all of them in there. They are in there. All right. Now we're going to align retrograde. We're going to do this at night because of course we are. We always do, everybody. Okay, they are locked and loaded. Let's go ahead and... Whoa, camera. Whoa. All right. Make sure we can watch the fireworks of their spacecraft as we approach. We probably could have disassembled a little closer. There's a piece of space debris. Piece of space debris above us. Here we go. 90,000, 80,000. Here we go. Coming in at almost 5 kilometers a second. I thought this would be faster. Honestly. There's the Space Center right there, actually. They are visible from the Space Center, everybody. There goes our nuclear engines. Those suckers never die. The Kerbals are really starting to feel those Gs. There's 5 Gs. Let's go ahead and the pitch is slowly maxing out because this craft is not perfectly balanced. But they should regain pitch authority very soon. Before anything gets too hot. We are definitely coming home. The camera changed. Yep, we are coming home. All right. Look at him go. Finally home from Elu. And just shedding off tons of velocity now. 2 kilometers a second. They have regained, they have pitch control again. And here is 1 kilometer a second coming up. And there we go, folks. They're coming home. Chutes are staged correctly, so we're just gonna let them fall now. Big fun. 16 years, Elu and back. I'm actually pretty excited to get these guys home because of all the Kerbals in the entire Kerbin system that were screwed, these guys were probably the most screwed. So it's pretty exciting stuff to actually have them come home. We don't have all day, so I'm just going to let them fall here. We've got about 15,000 meters to go, and we're going to pop these chutes and bring them home. And then, I don't know, maybe we'll bring we might actually just bring the rest of our Kerbals home really quickly. We also have a manual time alarm for that mission that I think missed Drez, and then I was like, screw it. We'll make a Joule comms network out there. That mission is only 5 years away, and for when I first set that alarm, it was 39 years away. The loading screen tips man is back. All right, here we go. I know it's a little hard to see everybody, but we are almost down. We're at 5 kilometers. Almost there. How are you doing today, Quandle? How are things going? Okay, shoot out. There we go. Okay, we're just going to keep falling here. Hey, that's great to hear. I'm desperately hoping that, 2023 was not my best year, so I'm hoping 2024 will be better for both myself and everybody. Okay. There we go. All right, now we're just gonna time accelerate down to the water for our nice little water landing here. And I cannot wait to recover this vessel and know that these Kerbals are safe. Because these guys they've had a time, everybody. They've had a time of it. Their record will not stand for long because I'm pretty sure the Lathe or Tylo crew has been out in space the longest. But for now, this is my longest mission ever. 16 years, 204 days, and they are home. Hello, little Kerbals. Welcome home. Let's recover this sucker. And let's see our stats. I think we're going to have a bit of science, everybody. I think we're going to have a lot of science. And then, yeah, we've got to make our our Eve transfer stage for our rover, and we'll try to get that out there before. At least we're going to yeet that towards the Eve before we end our stream today. I think that might be a good place to stop, but that's a ways off. So yeah, we're at 41,000 science, everybody. I don't know if we have enough yet. We'll see. All right, let's go check our tracking station. Let's see what our next adjustment burn is, because we do have 2 other missions coming back from Jewel. We're going to bring them all home, I think. I'd like to bring them all home. Let's go ahead and zoom out here, and let's see where they are. There's one, there's another. This one, the Lathe mission is on it needed a very efficient return, as I remember. The Tylo rocket was less efficient, but they had a lot more fuel. So let's go ahead and see which one this is. Boop, 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 boop. Tylo mission Kerbin encounter adjustment. So let's go to Tylo. Here, there we go. And we'll time accelerate. We'll bring these guys home. We're bringing everybody home. And then we'll worry about throwing more Kerbals into the void. I've had an empty Red Bull sitting on my desk for like 2 months. And at this point, I've just become so used to it that I fear I'll miss its absence. Don't judge me. Okay. So, how far away are we from this burn? We are a ways away. So let's go ahead. Let's double check and make sure 375. 375, this is our next one. So let's go ahead and get this burn taken care of. Oh, before we do that, even though science is basically pointless because I have so much, I want to get more. Let's go ahead and transmit our science out here. Okay, transmitted. Does he have plenty of data? He does. Let's keep on going. So we're gonna time accelerate. You're doing a real-time Duna mission? Like you're using no time acceleration? Like, is that what a real-time mission means? Because I would die in this game if it were not for time acceleration. Alright, we're gonna come back and we're gonna check his science numbers here. I want to know is he full? He's not. Alright, we'll just time accept. We're gonna farm as much science as we can out of this poor guy while we're flying along here. 450. Oh my god. So it's going to take years, though, right? To get out to Duna. Okay. Let's transmit our science. Okay. Get it all transmitted. Come on, buddy. You have one job. Your job is to do your job and make me more science. Until we get to this maneuver node, your life is science. Okay, he's gonna make me even more. Jeebus! I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm very impressed, but Jeebus! That's so much time! Alright, come on, you got this, you got this, you got this. Can we get it done before we hit this maneuver? I don't think we're gonna. Maybe. I mean, he's making science quickly. Come on, buddy. It's a race. Oh, we're gonna hit the maneuver node first. That's okay. We'll transmit what we have. Let's transmit our science. Okay. All right, there we go. So that's done. Let's go ahead and get to our maneuver node. Let's go to our map view. I'll worry about science later. We've got half our engines on this craft shut down so that we can actually have some granularity in how we do this maneuver. Because we're just adjusting our periapsis, as you can see, in very slightly. We're also coming in, we're going to do a polar reentry here. This is the best I could get for these guys. And it's going to be a heck of a maneuver. Or a heck of a reentry. This might be the one reentry we do where we actually see the sunlight. Okay, let's go ahead and bring... Let's go ahead and bring these guys in. Okay, they are already lined up for their maneuver and have been for years because they are professionals. Here we go. Alright, there we go. Ever so gently. We're going to come down to... We want to come down to about 30 kilometers. There we go. That's just about where I want them. And I assume that we're going to be coming in fast because we're so far off kilter. Let's go ahead and switch to this. I don't know if we're what, 43 days out from our periapsis? I don't know if he's going to get any meaningful science done. So let's go ahead and let's stop research. Let's transmit the final science. Let's get him transferred so I don't forget to do so. Okay, let's transfer crew up to here. Boop. And then we're gonna begin prepping for reentry. These guys are ready to be done. They've been, the longest mission ever was 16 years. These guys are about to break that record. They are at 17 years, 329 days in space. These poor Kerbals, these poor Kerbals, just want to go home and be with their families. They've spent a career in space. I'd like to think that they're all going to retire, but retirement is not the Kerbal way. Kerbals do not retire. They live forever in glory. All right. Boom. And we're here. All right. Let's go ahead and F5 for safety in case I burn them up. And then let's start bringing them in. I think I typically like to slow way down on my time acceleration at about the orbit of the Mun. I also like to check and see how quickly I can get Kerbals from the orbit of the Mun to Kerbin. I always think it's interesting to see how quickly they come in from these interplanetary missions. So we'll stop them roughly at the orbit of the Mun here. They are 49 minutes out at the orbit of the Mun. pretty funny. We might actually get a daytime re-entry here because we're coming in at such a weird angle. And I hope we actually re-enter here, because if we don't, we're going to get thrown into like an unrecoverable orbit. I mean, look at this orbit we're going to get thrown into if we don't get this right. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and look outside the spacecraft. We want to come down to about 150,000. Okay, radar altimeter is on. So where is that? 150,000. All right, here we go. Time warp at 1. And let's break her apart. Here we go. I still can't believe doing real-time missions. That is so hardcore. I need time acceleration. I need it. All right, we've broken off from the main ship. All the Kerbals are on board. Thank God, I forgot to check. Here we go. They don't have parachutes because parachutes are for quitters. Okay. We are coming in really fast. Well, we're over 5 kilometers a second now. So faster than our ELU mission, surprisingly. The craft breaks apart, and of course, there go the nuclear engines. They never die. They will go down and impact the ground and spread radioactive material all over the Kerbal countryside. Here we go. Coming home, 17 years, 373 days. New record for longest duration mission. These guys tried and tried to get a landing on Tylo, but they just didn't have the thrust-to-weight ratio to do it properly. So instead, they're coming home. At least I hope they're coming home. Some of those bars are getting pretty high. All right, they're starting to disappear. We're good. We're good. They've got pitch authority back. Yeah, this pod, this re-entry pod, is not perfectly balanced. So about like halfway through each re-entry, the Kerbals will max their pitch authority and basically almost die. It is a flaw in this pod, but I launched like 10 of these into the Kerbal system at the same time, so it's just something we have to deal with on our re-entries. All right, here we go. We're coming in. And they are definitely coming home. We've shed all of our velocity through the heating of air, through the compression of it. And now we are beginning to fall. And we're just going to hang out. I like to watch these falls in real time to make sure everything goes off without a hitch. I do not want to time accelerate too far at this point and hit the ground without chutes open. But I also don't want to open my chutes too high because I do not have all day to watch these guys parachute. I want them home now. I actually recently realized, I mean, I guess it wouldn't say recently, in the last couple of years, actually how much capsules fall. So I was watching a SpaceX re-entry with the Dragon capsule, and it fell until like it was like less than a mile above the Earth's surface. And then it started popping its chutes. I guess it's because, number one, they don't want re-entry to take all darn day. And number two, it helps them, pinpoint where the capsule is going to come down so that it can get scooped up easier. It's easier to predict, I think, a falling trajectory than one under parachute. So we are falling still. Under 5,000 at about 3 kilometers, we'll go ahead and start popping chutes open. We're still shedding speed, though, just through aerodynamic resistance. All right, let's pop our supersonic chutes open. There we go. We'll go ahead and click our SAS off as we no longer need it. And now we're going to get down to about 1,000 meters, so we'll go ahead and time accelerate just a little bit now. at about 1,000 meters, a kilometer. We'll throw our main chutes out and let them open up. There we go. And now we're just gonna fall. So another set of Kerbals all the way home. Look at how happy they are. Look at how happy those little guys are. I'm trying to move over so you can see them. There they go. Look at those happy little Kerbals. Okay, and we're just falling to the ground. You know, I have yet to build a submarine. I think eventually a submarine needs to get built. Okay, boom, there we go. And we're home. Let's go ahead and recover this vessel. Okay. That's another one down. We only have one more set. I think we only have one other Kerbal mission in space right now, which we're going to get them home. And then we're going to start yeeting things towards Eve and Moho. Because Eve and Moho they vex me. Tylo does too. I've never attempted a landing on Tylo before this playthrough. And holy crap, Tylo is hard. Especially if you don't don't have a spacecraft that has the correct thrust to weight ratio. So we're 44,000 science now. I don't think it's enough yet. Let's bring some more Kerbals home and get some more science. These guys are going to break all the records. So we just broke the record for longest duration. These guys are going to be even worse. These guys spent like several years on Lathe. Like, just hanging out on the surface. Let's go ahead and go to fly. These guys, as you can see, the trajectory they were on was not the most efficient one, so it threw them kind of far out of the orbit of Jool on their return. And so they have been out here forever. These poor Kerbals, I feel the worst for these guys. They did get to go to the prettiest planet in the Jool system, but they paid for it by basically, like, their whole lives. Like, they will be at 18 years before they do their next maneuver. Let's go ahead and transmit some science for them. Because I know they're full. And we're going to start this process of just time accelerating towards this maneuver and transmitting as much science as we can. So there's their science transmitted. Let's go ahead and get them lined up for this maneuver. You can see they are low on fuel comparatively. They only have a kilometer a second left in the tank, which I know everyone's like, what do you mean low on fuel? These guys left Kerbin with like 8 kilometers or 10 kilometers a second in the tank. And they've been refueled. All right. So let's go ahead and let's pin this. And why did you not transmit all your science, buddy? I told you to transmit your science. Okay. Come on, transmit your science. There we go. All right. Let's start time accelerating these poor guys home. And I'm just gonna, every time they get up to full science, I'm just gonna stop them for a second and transmit. Because we're gonna farm as much science as we can out of these poor Kerbals. They seem to be having fun, though. They look happy. Perhaps they forgot what life on the planet Kerbin feels like. They've been in space for so long. Okay. Okay, we're full of science now. Let's go ahead and transmit that. So this is one of the ways that, like, if you can actually max the tech tree out by not leaving the Kerbin system if you want to, it is done via what you're seeing here. You can just time accelerate and chew through science and just keep making science in orbit around, like, the Mun or in orbit around Kerbin. You can just bring science back to a mobile processing lab and you can just farm science. So if you've ever had trouble, like, getting out of the Kerbin system playing this game or anything, and it's because you're having trouble maxing the tech tree, you can do what I'm doing here. It's a little bit cheap, but I'm just doing it because I want to see how high I can get my science number. I maxed the tech tree out long ago in this game. So we're gonna just keep on farming it. This might be the first time ever that I'm gonna have a Kerbal actually run out of data in one of these things. Okay, we're almost there. Still just chewing through our science. Interestingly, I just realized this. He produces less science the more full the science amount gets, the less he actually produces. Very interesting. All right, let's go ahead and transmit this. See, I'm still learning about mechanics of this game. I'm actually really excited to play Kerbal Space Program 2. I just want to say that I've been everywhere in Kerbal Space Program 1 before I start playing Kerbal Space Program 2. All right, let's actually send him some more data. Review stored data. Let's go ahead and kick him some more data. Oop. There we go. And we'll just keep all these experiments, because there's still a lot of science on board, and we're just going to keep on chewing through science. This isn't that exciting, I know, but, you know, this is... I'm kind of just trying to maximize my science here to say that, like, I got whatever I got when I finish this, because I think I'm on track to get at least 50 to 60,000 science by the time I have landed on every body in the system. So let's go ahead and transmit this. This is also, like, mobile processing labs are basically the only way to effectively transmit science without taking a massive loss. And we're still just a year out from this maneuver node. We are years away. These guys have been in space now for 18 years. And they are... It's a hard life for them, but they're happy. They packed plenty of snacks, I'd like to think. Okay, let's bring this down. We're going to transmit our science again, and we're just farming this one. We are just absolutely farming the crap out of this. If you're going to have Kerbals in space this long, I say screw it. Give them all the time in the world to do as much science as they can. So we're just going to go ahead and go back to max time warp. Still a year out from our next maneuver with this craft, but we're just gonna chug all the science. I need maximum science, everybody, in these Kerbals. I think it'd be cool to have 100,000 science when I finally finish this playthrough after I return Kerbals from everywhere. We only have 3 places to go yet. Like, if we can do Eve, Moho, and Tylo, we win. That's it. I will be happy to say I have finished Kerbal Space Program at that point. I will be ready to move on to Kerbal Space Program 2 when we've gone everywhere. So you can see these guys are just still chugging along. Why does it say that we're 86 kilometers up? What are we 86 kilometers from? That's very concerning. Oh, it's 86, like, with the big M, not the little m. Okay, we're good. Millions of kilometers. Okay, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and transmit our science. Again, we're just going to keep doing this. Okay, there we go. Okay, and we're just going to keep on warping towards our maneuver, which we're now less than a year away from. And these poor Kerbals. They've been in space now for 19 years. Okay, slowly but surely, we're going to get another full load of science, which we're going to transmit. Okay, and there we go. So we'll go ahead and transmit this. And we're actually starting to get pretty close to their actual next maneuver, which will be exciting. The engines on this craft have... It's literally been years since the engines on this craft were used. So we'll go ahead and time accelerate up to this maneuver. While we're doing that, let's go ahead, because we definitely are not going to max our science before the next maneuver. Let's go ahead and click on Kerbin, because we're looking to get a... Yeah, perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and time accelerate up to this maneuver, and we will think about science here in a second. Okay. Here we go. All right, 1 hour. I'm gonna let the alarm catch it for me. 10 minutes. 6 minutes. And we're only gonna need 9.7 meters a second here to put them where we want them. Okay, 1 minute to maneuver. The Kerbals are excited. They've heard... This is the first time they've heard their reactors start up in their engines for years. Everything has had to be strapped down and double-checked because this is going to be the first time this craft has experienced a G-load in forever. Here we go. Here comes our trajectory, which is what I want to see. Okay, halfway done. Okay, here's what we're going to do really quickly so that we can have granularity. We're going to start disabling engines. Shut down. Shut down. Shut down. Okay. And we'll shut down 2 more. We should be down to 2. There we are. All right, here we go. Now we're just going to bring this maneuver all the way home on just 2 engines. Okay, gotta be careful here. This is my super scientific way of doing this. Interested to see if I can just freestyle a quick maneuver here. So I'm going to just turn them this way and see if I can just get the tiniest little oomph of... Dang! Alright. They're a little close. I don't want to re-enter that hard, so why don't we come out here and we'll add 1 more maneuver. And we're just going to dial them up just a tiny bit. Let's go down here and let's go boop. Okay, let's go boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, actually, unfortunately, that is still too granular for us. So we're going to go basically like a day before they enter the sphere of influence. And let's see if we can do a maneuver then that will... Yep, that's granular enough. There we go. So let's see, what's our new periapsis? We want to bring them up to 30 kilometers. There we go. Perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and let's align to that maneuver. And we're going to go back to our time accelerate, not time accelerate thing. Oh, and we need to put an alarm on that maneuver so that I don't time accelerate past it, because I have a tendency to do such a thing. So let's go ahead and put an alarm on this. Kerbin, approach. Approach, burn. Okay, we're going to apply our changes there, and let's start playing this time acceleration game again to max our science. I can't believe there's people in this game who do real-time missions. I'm honestly, like, I'm very impressed. It's not for me, but I'm very impressed. Okay. Waiting to max this out. Come on. And then we will probably do a little bit more science, but I think after their approach burn, I'll probably shut down the science lab, get my Kerbal moved back into the base, and prep for re-entry. Or get my Kerbal moved into our re-entry pod. So we're just gonna keep on keeping on. He is not producing a lot of science anymore. That's okay, though. He's slowly but surely going to run out of data, and I think that'll be a perfect time. So let's go ahead and transmit what we got. How is their electricity looking? Looks okay. Sweet. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and just start working our way towards this maneuver again. I'm kind of just going to let him run out of data, and then we'll get him moved over. Because we're getting pretty close to Kerbin now. And by close, I mean, less than a year away. These guys are 20 years in, everybody. 20 years these poor Kerbals have been in space, and look how happy they are. Look at these guys. Look at these little Kerbals. They're so amped about being in space this long. It's all a Kerbal wants, is to be in space. Okay. Alright, I think I've pretty well maxed this out. But I don't know, we might push them a little farther until they re-enter the sphere of influence of Kerbin. I may have them working on science, just to try to max as much as I can. Okay, here we go. This burn is coming up, so let's go ahead and focus on Kerbin real quick and get our burn taken care of for re-entry. And we're bringing the final group of Kerbals home from that Jewel and Elu fleet we launched 20 years ago. Okay. Okay, let's just bring these guys up here and set them up for their nice little burn. All right, here we go. Okay, there we are. Let's go ahead and line them up for their big day. And I would love to set an alarm for when they enter Kerbin's sphere of influence. Lathe mission. I just don't want to go past it. All right, we're going to apply our changes, and here we go. Just gonna... Okay, I'm a little concerned about what just happened. Delete and close. Where are we? Where is spaceship? Did we pass it? Did we fly past Kerbin? Oh my god, we did. Alright. Okay. We're gonna load our last quick save. I might have doomed those Kerbals, and I don't want to doom them. This is why I set an alarm, but it took us past the thingy. I don't understand why that happened. Okay. Gosh dang it. All right, at least we're here. Have we done our burn yet? Okay, all right. Oh my god, it's the wrong mission. It took us 2 missions back. All right, we're not going to farm all that science this time. We're just going to re-enter these Kerbals really quickly, because I forgot to quick save after this. So let's... we're gonna have to re-enter these Kerbals. Sorry, everybody. That's okay. We'll forget about transmitting our science, and we'll just get Kerbals home. Big dumb. So we'll get to watch this re-entry again, which I'm, you know, whatever. And then we'll bring the other ones back. Big dumb, everybody. Big dumb. Okay. Alright, let's get these guys locked in here. We're gonna... Let's go ahead and get them aligned for orbital disassembly. Let me make sure they are all up in the proper capsule. They are. Let's check our periapsis real quick. Our periapsis is good. Okay. We are ready. So we're going to bring them in very carefully. Oh, I can't believe I skipped that. I feel dumb. All right, we're going to turn our radar altimeter on. And at about 150, we'll disassemble. Okay, here we go. 200,000. There's 150. All right, here we go. Okay, we're locked in. And here we go. 100. Okay, come on. Here we go. I mean, that was pretty cool. Whoa! Whoa! That was a little terrifying. Oh, we almost got hit by debris on re-entry. That is terrifying. Okay, now we're going to come in and we're going to set these Kerbals on the ground, and then we're going to worry about those other Kerbals, which I accidentally time accelerated past, and then we're going to throw a spacecraft at Eve. Okay, we are definitely coming home. They've maxed their pitch control, which happens with this craft. Once again, it is not stable. We're definitely coming home. And we're losing speed very quickly, which is a good thing. Still 2 kilometers a second, though. 1.5 kilometers a second. How's that a blader look? Man, they, like, what is it? Heat shields are really overpowered in this game. We're not gonna burn through nearly our entire, like, heat shield here. Alright. Now, we're just gonna let them fall for a second. Like I said, I'm afraid to time accelerate for the exact thing that you just saw where I passed where I needed to be. And we're just going to let them fall into the atmosphere ever so gently. You know, just burn off my RCS here, too. They have enough RCS. You know, they have RCS controls. I might use those on my next re-entry to see if that will help with the pitch control issue, though I doubt it will. Here we go, 12,000. Let's go ahead and see if we can time accelerate just a little bit, even though I don't like to. Because it can kill my Kerbals. But since we're doing this again, I want to get it over with. Alright, so we're at about 5,000 here. At about 3.5 kilometers, we'll go ahead and pop our first set of chutes. We'll say 3. First chute's open. SAS off. Okay, and then we're going to go down to about 1,000 for our next set of chutes. Here we go. There we are. Chutes, second set of chutes is open. And they are coming home. And like I said, I'm not going to farm science on this next mission because I did that already, and then I accidentally time accelerated past them coming to Kerbin, and we ain't got time for that because I want to go to Eve today. Well, at least put a probe rover mobile lab down on Eve for my Kerbals, who will be there very soon. Okay. So these guys are undershoot. They are comfy. Here's our landing. And we're down. Okay, let's recover this vessel. Boop. So we're going to miss out on like 5,000 or 6,000 science from that other mission, but whatever. I don't care. We'll probably transmit science at the burns, but then we're just going to get them home. Because I can't believe I time accelerated past that. Bad poop. Bad poop. Come on, loading screen. Waiting for that loading screen. Come on. Come on. There it is. I hear the super loud birds. All right, we're still at 44,000 science. That's not too bad, everybody. All right, done. One more to go. We're going to try not to go past Kerbin this time. Lots of quick saves. Okay, come on, computer. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Okay. Okay. All right, where are you guys? Here you are. Let's fly. Okay, we're going to get him home, and then we're going to get a rocket thrown towards Eve. I have so much trouble with Eve. Like, Eve is so hard. I've managed in the past playthroughs to get probes in. I've never had as much trouble as I've had recently getting probes into Eve's atmosphere. So I'm very concerned about this rover because I'm very proud of it. Like, I'm proud that I made this thing. I think it's a really cool little craft, and I want to make sure that it has its opportunity to shine. All right, let's get these guys moved. Let's get their science transmitted. Okay. Science is transmitted. And for some reason, it researched all that science again, so we'll transmit more science while we're getting them lined up for their burn. Okay, there we go. All right. It's weird that that bug happened twice in a row. Okay. They are lined up for their maneuver. Their guy is doing science. We're going to go straight to it because it's 2 years away. Let's check our alarm clock. Yep, it's on there. And we're just going to time accelerate to this maneuver. Not too exciting. We already saw this, but we're not going to worry about it. Look how far out they are. They are so far beyond the orbit of Elu. These Kerbals, you know, this is the 20-year mission that we were talking about a second ago before I had to reload. Like, these guys are the troopers. Like, they're the troopers. Okay. 2 years to go. I guess in the new Kerbal space program, they're gonna have to do much faster time warp. You know? Because if you're sending missions that take, like, decades to other star systems, they're gonna have to have a much faster time warp. Also, you're going to be doing burns that last weeks, so they're going to have that set up as well. All right, they've actually started to fall back towards the sun. There's my poor stranded solar probe that I forgot to put RTGs on, so it's dead. It was meant to take a gravity assist at Joule that would drop it into an extremely low orbit of the sun. And unfortunately, it just didn't work that way. Okay, coming around. Still a year to go. In fact, I'll tell you what we're going to do here. We're going to go to F5, for safety. And I'm going to warp to this alarm clock. Okay, can I just warp to my next maneuver? How do I do that? Warp next. Okay. We're just going to let it do this automatically so that I don't know what we're going to do with our time. It looks like it doesn't warp you that as fast as we were. We were already warping there, so... Come on. Not the most exciting part of the stream, everybody. My apologies on that, but I really want to get all my Kerbals home. Some of these Kerbals have been troopers. I mean, these guys are going to be... This is a 20-year mission for them. I feel sorry when I abandoned my Kerbals in deep space. You know? It feels bad. Alright. Okay, we're coming in. Getting a little bit close to this next maneuver, but still nearly a year away. Okay, here's another thing that we're going to do really quickly. Let's go ahead and lower our warp here, and let's go in here and let's... They're going to start shutting down engines so that they can actually do super duper careful maneuvers. All right, there we go. Everything's shut down. Let's keep warping along. 300 days to their next maneuver. They've been lined up to it for years. Literal years. They've been waiting to do this. The maneuver that will send them home. All right. Now I want to check this. We're going to try to get this maneuver on the first try here. You can see all my satellites are thrown off, but that's okay. None of them have physics applied, otherwise those would be tearing themselves apart. Of course, most of those are that stupid space dump truck probe section, the probe body that gets ejected during landing. Eventually I need to go through and probably clean all those up, but we're not going to worry about that right now. What we're going to worry about is our Kerbals that need to come home. All right, here we go, folks. Here we go. 90 days. 80 days. 70. 60. 50. 30. 20. 10. Once again, they're going to have to strap everything down in the craft. This is going to be the first time that this spacecraft has experienced G-load in basically forever. In years. They're at 19 years on this mission now. Okay. We're locked into the burn. Minute out. We'll get our alarm. There we go. It's showing the burn is going to be 1 second. We're going to try to do it as granularly as possible so that we can actually get this re-entry profile. Oh. Oh. Sneezy. Excuse me. All right. Here we go. You can see our... What is it called? Our trajectory coming towards us now. We'll go ahead and burn this part of the burn quickly, and then we'll slow way down. And we're going to see if we can catch this just right. I doubt we can because it's going really quickly. Hey, that's not too bad. That's pretty darn close. God, that was almost like, you know when you're at the gas pump and you make it like perfect on like a gallon or $1? Okay, let's add our maneuver here. And let's add a couple clicks of Delta V here. Okay. There we go. It's going to be a very small burn, but we'll see if we can get it done. Let's get them aligned to it. Let's set up an alarm. so that we do not warp past it, and then we're gonna do this next approach very slowly. We'll call this Kerbin approach for Lathe. Okay, there we go. Apply, boom. Let's get them there. Oh, one more thing. I am gonna at least transmit this science now, the science they do have now. Okay. And we'll do that next science transmission at the next burn. All right, here we go. Yeah, the time warp, I would love to have one more setting that's like 250,000, because the time warp for these long duration missions is just not great. Okay. Any second now. Come on, little Kerbals. Let's go. We don't have all day. I mean, I can't make the time go any faster, unfortunately. Ba-da-da-ba. Come on. And this will be my last set of Kerbals that are actually in, you know, orbit. I actually have something I want to check really quickly, too. Better time warp mod can help with that. Okay, I will look into that. Really quickly, I want to see if my solar probe actually has any gas or any electricity, because I stranded this thing out here, and I don't mean to get distracted, but I'm totally getting distracted. Also, Sasaplay, thank you for the first time chat, and I will look into, of course, better time warp. Of course, we're getting kind of close to being done with this playthrough. Yep, this craft is still dead. It's not only dead, the massive radiators I put on it are blocking the solar panels. Oh my god, what a dumb spacecraft I built here. Hey, there's power. We're getting power back. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can salvage this. How close to the star can we get if we just... Cannot add maneuver node. Control locked. Limited probe control. Is it because we don't have that much? Let's turn SAS off and just see if we can get it to... That's a good idea. Very helpful. Okay, let's go ahead and retract you. Let's retract you. There we go. There we go. Let's see if we can get enough sunlight on these solar panels. There we go. Now they should be fully happy. We still have limited control, though. Oh, is it because I hibernate? It is. It's because it's hibernated. Because I wanted to save power. Silly me. Let's unhibernate. And let's go ahead and spin her around. We're going to use what little energy we have to just turn it towards the sun. There we go. Come on. Nope, nope. Nope. Oh my god. Oh my god, this thing. Okay, okay. We'll go that way. Come on. Come on. I promise I'm not this bad at this game. Just today. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Boom. Alright, there. It is pointing in the right direction. Now, it had a maneuver somewhere. We're going to kill that maneuver because that maneuver's dead. Okay, and now what I want to do is... How many delta V do I have? I have 8 kilometers a second of delta V. We're burning it all. Actually, I got an encounter in there. I'm wondering if I can use that encounter to help me. Oh, it's another Joule encounter. It's pointless because I won't have power out there. Alright. You know what? You know what? I think we could do this. It's going to be a giant burn, but I think we could do this. Okay, that's an impact with the sun. We don't want that. What we want is 610 kilometers is supposed to be the lowest orbit you can go to the sun. So let's aim for that. Okay, 612, perfect. Near perfect. Okay, we're gonna align to our maneuver node here. If it doesn't, well, no, that will turn us away from the star. We don't want that right now. So instead what we're gonna do is we're gonna... Is this thing even trying to control itself? It is not. SAS on, bro. Okay, well... Something's wrong here with my probe body. I'm supposed to have all of the awesome SAS options here, and I don't have them. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get lined up kind of in our direction of travel. Well, that's close enough. We're going to get lined up there. We're going to do this. Okay. All right. We're just going to let this probe hang out here and charge. We're going to set a alarm here. Solar probe. Probe. Sun burn. Toggle torque. Okay. Toggle torque. Reaction wheels disabled. Reaction wheels idle. I mean, it's on. I turned it on. Like, I don't know what's going on because I'm supposed to have all the options. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it on this thing because this craft is so jank, it doesn't even really matter. The jankiness of this craft is beyond comparison. All right, so we're going to time warp. Like, and we'll just check and see. It should eventually charge up. Let's actually look at that. Let's go to our... Yeah, it's got electric charge now. So it's actually holding electric charge. It's weird, when I time accelerate it doesn't hold it. And when I untime accelerate, it runs back out. I don't know if it's tumbling. I don't really understand what's going on here. I'll tell you what, let's hibernate this sucker. Yeah, I don't know why this one's so janky. I've had so much trouble with my solar probe. I thought 2 giant solar panels would be enough for it. And the concept was it was going to use a gravity assist at Joule to drop its periapsis mega low towards the star like this. And unfortunately, that just didn't really work out. Okay, we're inside the orbit of Dres. We should have good electric power. Let's go ahead and let's get up to this burn. I'm checking my electricity. It looks okay. And we're going to try to save this. This is a 21-minute burn, which we are definitely going to time accelerate through. Because I want to... I've never done a solar probe. And I've always wanted to do a solar probe. Okay, so 21 minutes is going to be 10 and a half minutes? I don't know. Screw it. We could do it now if we want to. We'll do it live. Okay. Let's get this sucker unhibernated. Hibernation is off. Okay. And yeah, this thing is just a giant set of fuel tanks attached to a very small probe. Because I know getting close to the star requires like a fairly huge amount of delta V. Not really worried about my solar panels right now because we're about to feed this thing a ton of power. Okay. Here we go. Locked in, and there we are. Let's do this thing. Okay. Our periapsis is there. We're looking for 610 kilometers. As close to the star as we can possibly get. Yeah, that was my thing. I knew that out at the orbit of Joule, solar panels were not going to be mega super ideal. My concept, my thought process was that I'll just put massive solar arrays on there and that would be enough. And it was not. I probably needed 2 to 3 times the amount of solar arrays I had. But, you know, I was going for like a Juno thing where it has 3 huge solar arrays out at Jupiter, and it just didn't work out the way I was hoping it would. Yeah, my SAS on this thing is just broken. Like, there is basically no SAS on this thing for some reason. Alright, come on. Alright, I kind of want to be able to time warp this, but I'm like having to actively fly this thing while we're doing this burn. As you can see. This doesn't have to be like the most precise burn. I just want to go to the sun. Like, we're just slowing down. We're getting there. We're just going to have to manually fly this burn. It's going to take forever because there's just, you know, I've got the time acceleration the physics time acceleration going, but like still. We still got 3.5 kilometers to go, but at least we'll get something cool hopefully at the end of this, what is it called, stream. We'll at least get to see a super close sun flyby, which I've never done. I'm very excited about it. Okay, still just... How long have I been playing KSP? I've been playing for a few years. I actually built my first computer so that I could play KSP and Elite Dangerous with it. So I've been playing for several years. It is something that I enjoy quite a bit. I am going to switch over to KSP2 eventually. The eventual plan is I've never played a playthrough where I put a Kerbal on every single body in the Kerbin system. So the concept of this playthrough is we're going everywhere. Like, the goal is to go literally everywhere. So, basically, to put a Kerbal on every single body that you can put one on. And we're almost done. We only have 3 bodies really left, which are Moho, Eve, and Tylo. I had a craft out at Tylo, but the thrust-to-weight ratio of my lander was too low. So, after killing the Kerbals that were out there like 6 times, I reloaded the game and just said, screw it, they're going to take their ball and go home with their orbital data on Tylo, and we'll have to send a whole other mission out there. Okay, we are slowly but surely really beginning to quickly lose our velocity, which is what we want. And we are just going to have to fight with this thing all the way through this burn, because for some reason, the wheels don't work. I could reload this instance by going to the Space Center and coming back. But we're almost done with the burn anyways, so we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna manually fly this thing through this burn. Trying to go everywhere? Yeah, it's it's forced me to do things I've never done. I never did a manned mission to Lathe. I've never done a manned mission to Eve. I've never done a manned mission to Moho. So, and I've kind of saved the hardest for last. you know, in the first couple of streams I did, which you can find backed up at my YouTube channel, set by channel of the same name. The first couple streams I did, I did Minmus and the Mun, 2 missions to each, really quickly. I did my first orbit super fast. Got through my Duna mission very quickly. Dress was a little bit of a trial, but I got through it. Then I started I built like one ship to almost rule them all, like a single design, and just threw 5 missions at Jewel to try to hit every single moon. And I got 4 out of 5. I had to make slight changes to my Lathe mission, and I had to send a rescue lander, and I had to send a fuel depot. The poor Lathe Kerbals had a really hard time. Whoa, come on, come back for me. Yeah, it's an okay design. You're gonna see the last version of it when we switch back to that ship for its Kerbin reentry. All right, here we go. We're gonna Alt. Turn the timing. Okay. We still have a ways to go, but we're getting close. So I turned off the time acceleration now, and we're just gonna try to get this maneuver perfect. Okay. Okay, I went a little bit too hard in the paint there, and I think my periapsis is low. So let's flip this thing around best we can. And see if we can raise our periapsis just a little bit. So we're going to align prograde here. Okay, here we go, just a little bit. We want to raise that orbit to 600 kilometers, I think. So we're looking for our periapsis to be 610 kilometers is what we want. Come on. Okay, our camera changed again. Good sign. Okay. Just giving these little puffs of nuclear energy here. Oh, I had it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a bit of a perfectionist right now. I want to go as low as possible. So let's flip around one last time. And slow down, slow down, slow down. Stop, 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 stop. Stop rotation. Stop rotation. Stop rotation. Okay. We're going to do this. Just a couple puffs. There we go. That's as close as I'm willing to risk it. Now let's go ahead and get this thing aligned radially in, so its solar panels are pointing the right way. Sucks flying this thing manually. We're gonna do a quick save here in a second and reload this instance and make sure that my SAS works. It's going to be useful when we get close to the sun. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's F5 real quick. And then we're going to escape. Let's go back to the Space Center, because I want to see if I can reload this instance with this little, this physics instance, and see if I can actually get my SAS back. So I can actually get this thing properly aligned and have it hold an attitude. But yeah, having a great design for a craft that you can kind of use modularly for multiple missions, I feel is like the high-level way to play this game, you know? All right, we're just letting the sucker load right now. Come on. Come on. Come on. We got this. We got this. Let's go. Any second now. Come on. There we go. Super loud birds and all. Okay, let's go to the Space Center. And let's check our alarms because I want to make sure we have another alarm coming up because we are sending a spacecraft home with Kerbals from Lathe, from our Lathe mission. But first, let's check our solar probe. Let's see if we actually got it working. Let's see if it'll actually hold an attitude with its SAS. Otherwise, who cares? I'll just let it tumble. I just want to get really close to the sun with it. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on, game. You can do this. I know you can. God, these loading screens are getting long. I think I've kind of, I don't know how many people play this game and go like, decades into the future with it, but I feel like the longer you go, the harder it is. There we go. There's my SAS. Freaking awesome. Okay. Let's get this sucker locked in. I think radial in is going to be where we're going to live here, for at least for now. When we get super close, we'll probably switch to radial out so that the fuel tanks and everything else can shield the craft from the immense heat. Okay, there we go. Everything's open. Radiators are good. This craft is on its way. We're going to the sun. All right, what I want to do, maybe we'll do like a final adjustment burn when we get real close. Let's add a maneuver here. And we'll just add, I don't know, we'll do like, okay. Bring it down to 610. This will also just serve to remind me when we get close. Yeah, it's not the most stable thing in the world, is it? Okay, solar probe, final adjustment, maneuver. Maneuver. I can never spell maneuver. All right, apply changes. We're 110 days out for this crew, so let's go ahead and switch to them, and we will worry about the solar probe when it gets ready for the show. Because I guess, yeah, if you get close to the sun, like, you'll burn up, right? I have a feeling that this probe is not long for this world, but one of my followers, Spud, I believe, really wanted to see a solar probe, so I'm happy we got it running. Because I'm happy it's running so we can actually go to the sun with it. All right. That's the wackiest looking orbit, too. All right, let's go ahead and begin our journey home. We've shut down all the engines on this craft except for 2, so that we have some granularity with our maneuvers. We're going to go ahead and zoom in here as we come. We accidentally time accelerated past this point last time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here and we're going to hit F5. We're going to quick save. And we're going to bring these Kerbals home. These Kerbals have been in space now for 20 years. More than half of the time we've been playing this game, because we're year 47 actually, so just under half the amount of time we've actually been playing this playthrough, these Kerbals have been in space. The Lathe mission was a gentle disaster. They spent years, I think 3 or 4 years, stranded on the surface of Lathe. They were stranded in orbit for a few years around Joule until a fuel depot got to them and was managed to refuel them. No Kerbals have probably had it rougher than these guys. But they've been troopers throughout, and today is the day. Well, not today, but soon. They're finally going to get to go home. Oh, yeah. I mean, you have to have, your own lore, you know? I don't think we're going to do any better than that. I mean, I'm going to give it another puff here just to see if we can. But I think we're pretty close now. There we go. All right, perfect. We're going to get them aligned for disassembly mode. But yeah, this is the Lathe-Craft, which is a modified version of my general purpose deep space, interplanetary stage. They have relay antennas because everything should be a relay. Everything that can be a relay should be a relay. Let's transmit our science here. Okay. There we go. And we will do our final science transmission when they enter Kerbin's sphere of influence, which is not too far away. So let's go ahead and F5 one more time for safety, because we time accelerated past this last time. And let's bring these Kerbals home. Now, it's not showing an encounter anymore, which has me extremely concerned. Please. There we go. Okay. Let's recheck this. Yep, that looks good. All right, we're gonna get them to the orbit of Minmus. Yeah, let's call the orbit of Minmus good. Let's get their time, or let's get their science transmitted. Transmitting final science. Let's stop research. Okay, there we go. And let's get this person transferred out of here. Transfer crew, transfer, boom. There we go. Killed 2 brave heroes yesterday during a Duna descent due to a engine failure. Okay, so I had a problem on my Duna mission. I landed just fine, but my thrust to weight ratio was too low to get off the ground. So for like 2 minutes, they had to sit on the surface of Duna, burning their engines, so that the thrust to weight ratio would go over 1 and they could actually take off. It was a rough time. We almost had to send a rescue mission to Duna. All right. Okay, we are going to come in pretty quick, I think. Let's go ahead and switch back to this. Let's go see if we can find Kerbin. There's Kerbin. And here we come. Let's go ahead and close our doors. Whoop. There we go. Okay. And we're just gonna get right about 150,000 is where we like to be when we break the ship up, so that we can watch it explode on re-entry, because everybody likes to explode. We're a little lower than we want to be. Radar altimeter is on. We're going to get separated. All the Kerbals are on board. Probably should have checked that. We are good. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get locked in here, everybody. Here we go. These guys are coming in a bit slower. They're coming in only at 4.6 kilometers a second. So, 20 years, 366 days, and 10 minutes. And this is the moment, everybody. Here we go. There goes their home, which valiantly carried them through the Kerbin system, or the Kerbal system, I guess you could say, for years and years. Look at it go. Here go the nuclear engines. Those things are basically indestructible, as I always like to say. So they are the last. You can see different pieces of it still breaking up behind us. Their pitch authority is about to max out, so we will begin getting, there we go, our separate heat bars as the side of the ship takes the part of the brunt of re-entry. It is, once again, it was a flaw in all of these re-entry capsules that they're not perfectly balanced. But thankfully, Calibus Kerman wrestles the controls back under control, and they are good to go. Camera shifted. We are definitely coming home. These Kerbals are counting the moments. Retirement is only a short fall away. .5 kilometers a second. Here comes 1 kilometer a second. That's so dark. James and Rebecca Kerman. Freaking 07, yo. 07. Heroes. You know? The goal was not to die on impact, and they succeeded. Alright, now we're just going to let this sucker fall for a while. I like to do these re-entries kind of real time. Like I said, I'm afraid I'll time accelerate into the ground. And after 20 years, I don't want to kill these Kerbals. These are the pros. These guys hold the record. A record that will hopefully never be broken. Alright. So we're going to get down to underneath 10 kilometers here in just a second. Here we go. I'm just going to add a little bit of physics acceleration here. Like I said, I don't like to do this very much, but I want to get these guys home. Okay, we're going to... Atmosphere is getting denser. We are slowly dropping our speed. Okay, here comes 7 kilometers. Here goes 5 kilometers. Okay, 3.5. There's 3. High-speed chutes are out and open. Okay, there we go. And at about 1 kilometer, we can kick the SAS off because we don't need it anymore. I mean, at the end of the day, what's more important, your Kerbals or the science? Let's be honest. Okay, there we go. And we're just going to bring her down and just time accelerate down to about 50 meters. And then we're just going to gently set this thing on the ground. And then we're going to go to the sun. Like, I've always said, like, GLaDOS probably plays a lot of Kerbal. You know? Because the science is important. You got to do your science. You know? Okay, here we go. Boom! 20 years, 366 days, 16 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Recover vessel. They're home. I got them all home. It was so funny because I did like 2 streams straight where all I did was launch Kerbals into space. And they're finally all home. I have no active Kerbal missions right now. Now we're going to go to the sun, and then we're going to yeet a rover towards Eve, and I'll probably call the stream a success at that point. God, it takes forever to load. This simulation has been running for too long. All right, we are at 50,000 science. Let's go to our tracking station here and go to our solar probe, and let's do a super close-in solar flyby. Now, I've not been big on transmitting data that hasn't been processed by a mobile processing lab in this playthrough, but we're going to transmit this. I'm not sending Kerbals to the sun. 1, I have no idea how I would get them back, and 2, I don't just want to kill them for the fun of it. You know, if they die in glorious service towards the Kerbanistani people, that's one thing. But if they, if they die just for, I don't want to be, what's it called? Sadistic, Yeah, that's a healthy amount of time and space. None of them will probably ever walk again because, they've been in space for 20 years. But, the people of Kerbanistan appreciate their sacrifice. All right. Come on, computer, you can do it. I believe in you, computer. You got this. Slowly loading. There it is. The SAS is working. Do I have power? I do. Let's go ahead and get this sucker aimed. No, I want to be radially in, I think is the one I want. Yep. I want to be radially in because that keeps my solar panels exposed to the sun, but also sets me up for some other things. So, here we go, everybody. Close approach. Let's go ahead and time warp up to this maneuver, which is in 289 days. And we are just going to make the tiniest of changes here. Oh man, I'm kind of nervous. I don't think this spacecraft is going to survive its approach. Like, the goal is going to be, we got to get this burn done and get as much science as we can. Because, yeah, I think this spacecraft is not long for the world. I've never gotten this close. Oh my god, did we lose power? Okay, we didn't lose power. Okay, we're gonna hibernate you because your batteries are still really weird. So we're just gonna hibernate. There we go. Hibernation on. Okay. And of course it died again. This probe, I swear. Maybe my panels will catch light. Maybe we'll fly by the sun powerlessly. Those solar panels can see the sun. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Let's get rotated around here so we can present as much solar panel to the sun as possible. So let's go hibernation off. There we go. There we go. Maximum solar panel. All right. Now we're going to turn hibernation back on. Okay, and we're just gonna fall in to the sun. Here we go. And it decided it has no power again because it's lame. But that's okay. We'll have enough time to charge probably up before this burn. Okay. Here we go. Here we go, everybody. This burn is going to be clutch, as the kids say. Okay. Oh, it's kind of intimidating to be this close. I have never been this close before. All right, let's go ahead and get maneuvered into position. Let's check our orbital orbit mode. And we're just going to give it a little puff. That's all it's going to take here. So let's go ahead and time accelerate up to this. Yeah, well, like I said, I don't think this craft is coming back. I think that we're going to eventually overheat and explode. But I'm not really sure how the overheat mechanic works near the sun because I've never been this close before. Okay, here we go. Why do we have limited probe? Oh, we're still hibernating. Okay, let's unhibernate. Hibernation off. And whoa, that happened quick. Okay, there we go. That's about as close as we can get, everybody. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to aim radially out from the sun. I want my orbit to be radial out because I want to present the sensitive electronics on this craft with as little sunlight as possible. Let's go ahead and retract these huge radiators. Let's make sure we at least have one solar panel that's... Yep, we have one that's actually good, so we can actually keep these extended for now. because I feel like we're going to need them. So the plan here is not use any sort of shielding. The plan is to try to radiate the heat away from the craft. So here we go. F5 for safety, everybody. Let's go to the sun. Okay. Oh, nervous. Okay, we're starting to get some heat warnings. Oh, oh, it's very glitchy. It's doing the best it can. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and let's get a magnetometer report. I do not think this craft is long for this world. We are maxed out on all of our cooling. Okay, why? Are you kidding me? I'm still technically in space high over the sun. Well, then we shall go lower. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I want to keep the boom extended. Let's extend this boom. Okay, I want to get everything basically ready because this is going to be rough. All right, here we go. Why do I have limited probe control? I should be at full power. Okay. Okay, we're getting close. Oh man. Oh man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are we losing stuff? Oh, all of our science blew up. And our solar panels blew up. And everything blew up. Sadness. It wasn't enough, everybody. It wasn't enough. We're going to have to build another one. That's going to be what has to happen. This probe, the fact that it even got this close to the sun is kind of a miracle. So let us give it its Viking funeral, shall we? Let us feed it to the star that it took so long to get to. There we go. Yep. She dead. I want to get to that minimum orbit of the sun, which is 610 kilometers. We're gonna have to figure out a way to do that. I think we're gonna have to sort out a new solar probe, one that is built for the extreme environment of near solar travel. Yeah, I think that probe needed a lot of things. I also think heat shields. I think an inflatable heat shield, which is the most abused part in this game, and I am one of those people who abuse it quite a bit. I think an inflatable heat shield is going to be required. Because, yeah, the goal is 610 kilometers. We shall go. But first, we're going to the vehicle assembly building because we have work to do on our Eve rover. I'd love to get this shot towards Eve today. Because it's got a mission to go on. Okay, so we're just going to hold here for just a second while the loading takes forever because we've been running this game for way too long, or my computer might be crashing. Nope, we're good. All right, let's go ahead and open. And we're gonna open our space dump truck. There we go. And we're gonna have to encapsulate all of this in an interplanetary stage. So we're gonna pop this off and throw this away. And let's get ourselves... Okay. All right, there we go. So let's build ourselves a nuclear interplanetary stage. First, we're gonna need a Interesting. All right. Sorry, I was reading something. What do we need? We need large tank. Large tank. Tank needs to be large. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna put you there. Put you there. Because I like to have smooth transitions between my parts. Now I want you. Nope, I don't want you. I want you. You know what? No. No, I think that's a little too big. We'll go with this guy. Okay. So, and we're gonna bring all this. We're not bringing any liquid fuel with us. Okay. Okay. Do I want to have an re-entry stage, or do I want to cast this entire thing into the atmosphere? I think I just want to. I want to literally just drop this whole thing into the atmosphere instead of making another relay. I think we should be okay. Do I have a relay around Eve? I think I do. Sorry, it's just, I've launched so much crap in this playthrough, it's getting hard to actually remember what crap I've launched and what crap I haven't launched. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add you to the bottom. There we go. And then we're gonna build up a interplanetary stage here. And we're gonna need to, of course, strut the absolute hell out of this thing, but in fact, let's worry about that right now. Let's get her strutted. There we go. All right, next step is we need, what do we need? We need liquid fuselages. Okay. And now we need some motors. This thing is heavy, so we're going to load this thing with motors so our burns won't take forever. How many kilometers a second is that? Tell me, game. $932, that can't be right. Vacuum. 40 kilometers a second? Not enough. Need more. The rocketry equation is for the weak. I believe not in such an equation. I do what I want. My rocketry equation is I do what I want. Okay, those are gonna clip a little bit, and I freaking hate it when parts clip. So instead, we're just gonna make this thing even uglier. It's going to be an ugly rocket, but that does not matter. All that matters is that it does what I've designed it to do, which is take a payload and put it into Eve's atmosphere very, very, very gently. Okay, let's go to structure. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Okay. That's 5 kilometers a second, which is almost enough, but not. Let's grab you. You guys are going to go here. And we're just going to start stacking fuel onto this, as much fuel as we can carry onto this thing. Okay, we're gonna need some solar power. We do have a RTG, or a set of RTGs on this thing, but I think that solar power is probably also going to be the way to go. Also, a set of reaction wheels there for control authority. So Let's gonna put... Let's go ahead and put... Let's put one, like, there. Okay. Let's put one there. Let's put one there. The goal being that we will have solar power no matter what our orientation is. One there. And one right there. Now, we need to get rid of heat. We are going to be closer to the star. So, we're going to put some large... We're going to put 2 large radiators on this thing. And we're going to have a lot of, you know... what is it? Nuclear heat coming off this thing. So, a couple large radiators probably ain't a bad idea. Alright, there we go. That's our interplanetary stage. / deorbit stage / everything stage. So let's grab this. This is going to take a Herculean effort to actually launch. So we're going to need pretty solidly large launch vehicle. Let's go ahead and go to payload. Let's slap this sucker down on the bottom. I need the big one. I need the mega big one. There we go. We're going to make this thing silver because the silver ones look the coolest. We're going to do a clamshell deploy because it looks the coolest. 4 sides. And maximum ejection force. Because these are going to be huge sides. Okay, there we go. Alright, we'll build that fairing later. And we are sadly going to have to carry these fairings to Eve because they are a functional part of... Actually, we probably don't need to carry this top one. But because... Yeah, it's all going to be encapsulated in a larger fairing. But just in case, we're going to leave it because it works. We're not touching what works right now. I'm going to make this its own thing. This is definitely going to be my most complicated rocket ever. Okay. So, next step, we need lots of fuel. Maximum huge fuel tank. Boop. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more. Ba, ba, boop. Boop. Okay, now we need big motor. Big rocket motor. Biggest rocket motor. And you guys thought I was gonna forget, didn't you? You thought I was gonna forget. I almost forgot to to put stage separators between these two. Here's the big one. Boom. There we go. Boom. Okay. Now let's come down here. Let's add our engines. Where are my big boys? Skipper. Mainsail. Where's my big boy at? Where's biggest boy? There we go. Boom. Okay. Now we need to start focusing on the delta V that we have. Okay, my staging is really messed up. Okay. There we go. So we'll stage there and activate all of these engines. Where is this stage at? Okay. Give me a second here. It's just a very complex rocket. Okay. Let's see what our sea level delta V is. Okay, we need more. To get this stupid thing into space, we're going to need all the delta V we can muster. So we're going to go here. Hydraulic detachment manifold. I want 4 of these bad boys. And we're going to start stacking... more thrust is what is needed. And the plan, I think, is we're basically just going to put this thing in orbit around Kerbin and wait till we get our ideal lineup. Okay, I want to go to engines. Perfect. That's going to be great. I know I am missing one part here, and I just need to find it really quickly so it can go on the bottom of the rocket and we can all be happy together. Come on. I can't be this dumb. I've been streaming too long today. That's probably what it is. I need a small, thin segment. Not you. Not you. Perhaps you? Nope. Alright, I've got these organized by size. There we go. Jeebus. Why am I dumb? Alright. Next, we need to put our rocket engine on the bottom. This guy. Boom. There we go. That is thrust. Okay, I'm going to move you guys up to here. Okay. Now, let's add... We're going to have to strut the hell out of this thing because I put those detachment manifolds way too high. In fact, we're going to pull this off and lower those so we get it closer to the center of mass of this rocket. Okay, I want 4. I would prefer to have 4. Okay, it's fighting me. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh, I say, KSP. Why you do this? Why you behave such this way? Okay. Alright, they are... Okay, we'll just have to strut the hell out of it. That's alright. We can do this. Auto strut. There we go. There we go. Okay, now let's get some aero on top of these things. Okay. Where's my arrow at? Boop. Nope, don't like that one. There we go. Perfect. All right. Now, so those fire, then with Sepatrons, that breaks apart, and that goes. Okay, sweet. Now what we need is some Seppi boys. Because what do Sepatrons do, everybody? They make sure our rocket doesn't explode itself. And then we're actually going to put... Let's get these moved to where they need to go first so we don't get confused. Let's grab our... And we're going to put a set of Sepatrons down here as well. Maybe a little higher, maybe like right there. And right there. So they should be on both sides. They are. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click here. Click on this guy, and we're going to rotate these to be like right there. About a 45-degree angle. There we go. Okay. Now... That should provide us with solid, good separation. Because we've had trouble with we've had trouble with separation in the past. So, one last thing, I am going to manually strut these things a little bit, even though I auto-strutted them, just for safety. Because I have a feeling this rocket is going to be a handful to fly. I have a feeling mainly because I'm the one that built it. Okay. What is the burn time of this stage? Okay, first, let's go add those to there. Okay. Burn time is 50 seconds. So we are going to grab some SRBs. What's our thrust to weight right now? Okay, what's our thrust to weight? Okay, we are gonna fly. We're just not gonna fly as high as we want to. So we're gonna add one more stage, and this isn't my prettiest rocket, but it's not really designed to be. It's just I need to get this payload into orbit. So we're kind of just gonna throw the kitchen sink at this sucker. Come on. There we go. All right. There we go. Now, we're gonna... add those there. Okay, what's the burn time? 18 seconds on these guys? Okay. So 18 seconds seems awful short for these big boosters, but that's okay. As long as I'm going to trust the game, even though the game has wronged me on so many separate occasions. Okay, and now we need a ton. We need some more Seppi boys. Okay. So let's go find our Sepatrons here, and we're going to do the same thing we did on that other one. I want to put these down a little bit closer to the center of mass on these so that we can get more of a solid full booster separation. So let's rotate this. Okay, there we go. Okay, that should be about equal. There we go. So, of course, I'm receiving calls again because I always do while I'm streaming. And I think what we might try to do is if we can get this in orbit today, I'll be pretty happy. And then we'll probably go ahead and call the stream then, and then I'll send it to Eve on the next stream, the next Kerbal stream. So my plan is that we're gonna do some what is it? Microsoft Flight Simulator tomorrow for everybody, because I know that's something people enjoy. And then we'll do Portal on Sunday. And you all can watch me desperately try to solve puzzles in Portal, because I'm not very good at Portal. I'm not very good at thinking with portals. Okay, I also want to auto-strut. There we go. All right, we're going to save. Let's make sure we're set. I think we are. Let's go ahead and build our fairing. Okay, stop trying to auto-open the fairing. Okay, ugh. Okay, there's got to be a right-click I can do to stop this from exploding. Interstage nodes, clamshell deploy, truss structure. I can't do that, so we're just going to have to do this. All right, build fairing. Just going to have to build it out and far away from this thing so it won't... Because, yeah, it's really, like, fighting me here. Okay, largest fairing ever. Didn't want it to be that large, but it had to be, so it would stop exploding the inner fairing. Okay, everybody, here we go. We're gonna hit save, and I mean, let's just see. Let's see if it launches. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think this is gonna fly, but let's see. I want to get this rover on the surface of Eve in the next stream, so I really want to just have it parked in orbit, hanging out. Okay, deep breath, everybody. We got this. We can do this. Okay, we're holding. It's taking a long time to load. There are also a lot of physics interactions probably happening. Okay, we're holding. Any second now. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, doo, 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 doo. Come on. Come on. All right, we got audio. Is it going to do it? Ah, we're at the wrong launch site. Dang it. All right, we got to have to revert. Revert flight to vehicle assembly. Ah, dang it. Gosh darn it. I'm fielding yet another call from people right now. It's crazy. It's like, and it's like from different friend groups. Like everybody magically knows when I'm streaming, and it's one of the most remarkable things. Okay. There we go. Save. Launch. All right, here we go, everybody. This is the big one. Okay, deep breath. I also have to make sure there are no Kerbals in this thing. There should never be Kerbals inside this thing when it launches. They will be taking a different craft to Eve. Okay. Oh my god, it put Kerbals in there. God darn it. Revert flight. Revert to vehicle assembly. I swear, the third time will be the charm, everybody. Oh, Kerbal Space Program. What are we gonna do with you? Yeah, I don't want to kill my Kerbals in this thing. This is a vehicle that will land and will be occupied by Kerbals once it is down on the surface of Eve. Okay, you guys are not flying in this thing. All right, save for the final time. Launch. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my god, I just forgot something I forgot to put on it. I'm so bad at this. All right, we're going to have to revert one more time, everybody, because dumb poopy boop forgot to put parts on this rocket that it needs. We're going to have to just hold tight here for just a second. We'll have to sit through this loading screen again. Come on, machine. Come on, computer. Do it for me. All right, my GPU just spun up. So yeah, it's trying. Okay, we're going to have to revert one last time. Okay, revert flight. Vehicle assembly, because we forgot one thing that has to go in here. And then we're going to launch. Then it's going to happen. We're going to Eve. Not the entire Eve stream, because once I launch Kerbals towards Eve, I don't stop streaming until they are safe and home. Which that's going to be like a 12-hour stream that day. But no, what we needed was this. Okay, I'm going to put one there. And we're going to put one right there. Boom. Now we're ready. Save. Make sure no Kerbals are inside this thing. Good. Launch. Here we go. Oh my god, here we go, everybody. This is gonna be this is a big one. This is gonna be a big one. Under over on this thing, go into space for go into orbit the first time we try? What do we think, folks? I don't know. I'm not too hot on this thing actually making orbit the first try. The Delta V is there, but we've had the Delta V there on rockets before, and, well, you know, they didn't really do the thing. All right. Waiting for my graphics card to spin up. There it goes. It's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. All right. Here we go. I'm going to throttle up. Let's go to space. Okay. Okay, we're going to start aiming downrange, and I forgot. You know what? I forgot to asparagus stage this thing. I forgot to put my fuel lines in, but we're just not going to worry about it. We're going to see if we get to space no matter what. Come on, baby. Come on. Heading through max Q. Ooh, we are not getting a lot of frames right now, folks. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and stage this, then I'll worry about our orbit. Go ahead and get... Okay, we're up, but it's not a great orbit, but let's see what we can do. Yep, not ideal. We're going to have to relaunch this sucker, but I think it has more than enough Delta V to actually do this. I just need to have a more efficient launch profile. So let's revert to launch, and let's see if we can do, with a more efficient launch profile, go to space. Hey, what's up, Just Nick? 1939. Comrade, back from the Soviet Union. Well, you know, this is a my Kerbals live in a former Soviet Kerbal state. They're the proud people of Kerbanistan. Comrade. That's a heck of an accent. I'm going to be honest. Like, that Eastern European Russian accent is a cool accent. I like how when they made Hunt for the Red October, they were like, everybody else has a Russian accent. Not Sean Connery, though. Ah, Polish. Back for Lazy. What's up? Good to see you again. All right. We're going to try to use a more efficient launch profile to get this thing into orbit, and once we get it into orbit and assembled, I'll probably call the stream done. But we're gonna keep trying because this guy does not like to fly right. All right, there we go. Here we go. Going. Look at the shadow of the rocket taking off. That's really cool. Alright. Now we're up. We're going to start turning to the east ever so gently. Just want to move a bit downrange. Start building that orbital velocity. Now this thing builds velocity a little bit quicker than most rockets I've ever built. It is a very thick boy. Wait till you see what's inside it. Alright, come on. Come on. Come on, big rocket. Fight for it. Come on, buddy. Forgot the stage there for a second, sorry. I was checking my apoapsis here. Okay, we're almost up to 100, so I'm going to throttle way down. There we go, and we just want to keep building velocity as we go up. Add a little more throttle now. I'm going to turn sideways, and we want to push this apoapsis away from us. Yeah, there was a heck of a spin. Kryoliev cross, I think it's called. Okay, and we're just pushing this away from us. Ever so carefully. I don't really want to be in this high of an orbit, but I just want to build as much velocity, as I possibly can. Asparagus landing. Yeah, I forgot to asparagus stage this rocket, so I think that's one of the reasons we're having a little bit of problem here, but whatever. I think I may be able to just cheat this if I keep this burn going as long as I can. All I want to do is add. So asparagus staging is like the rocket peels away like an asparagus with each set of stages fueling the stage inside of it. All right, we do not have enough juice in this thing for orbital flight, sadly. So, dang, I really wanted to get this thing up there. Let's revert to vehicle assembly. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe there's a way that we can go a little bit higher, a little bit farther, a little bit faster. We'll find out. Because I really want to go to space today, but I think this rocket might need... What the heck does asparagus mean? Oh, yeah, it is a vegetable also. Yes. I assumed that was known, but you never know. That's true. It's a vegetable that tastes really good, too. It's a good vegetable. Okay. Does anybody know how to copy something? How do you copy? Control C? How to copy in Kerbal Space Program? Really quickly. Okay, how to copy in Kerbal. How to copy in Kerbal. Boom. How to select parts and then copy them. Okay, let's go here. Here's Reddit. Reddit's gonna help me. Alt left click. Okay, let me double check that real quick. Yep. All right, here we go. So, and then I want to throw another one right there. There we go. Okay, it's going to be that simple. We're just going to add another set of solid rocket motors, and this will get us to space. I believe in it, everybody. I believe. Do you believe? It's only going to work if you believe. Whatever. We're just going to add all of these because these are going to be what's going to hold this thing up. This is a very heavy rocket. All right. Here we go. And we're going to change the name from this thing from Space Dump Truck to Eve Dump Truck. There we go. Because Eve, yeah, as we were talking about earlier, it's a euphemism for having a large behind. Okay. Let's do this. The first we need is belief. Yeah, we need what is it? We need belief, everybody. I believe in it. It's going to space this time. And then once we get it to space, we're going to be happy with it, and I'll leave it in orbit around Kerbin, and next stream we'll send the space dump truck to Eve. And then we'll probably have to reload like 10 times during re-entry, because I have a feeling that re-entry is probably not going to go very smoothly. I have a feeling in my soul that our Eve re-entry is going to be a disaster. All right, we're loading any second now. Come on. Come on. You got it. Okay, gonna throttle up. Okay, here we go. Oh, buddy, she leaps off the pad. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throttle down our liquid engines and let these SRBs do their job. And we'll throttle up after SRB separation. Yeah, we're gonna let these suckers do their job. And their job is to get us very fast and very high. Okay, here we go, everybody. Looking good. Launch is stable. Launch profile looks good. We're armed for stage separation. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You got this. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's space right there. Now, what is our altitude? Okay, now we need to turn, because I need to be building as much orbital velocity as humanly possible. go ahead and turn towards our velocity vector really quickly. Let's get these rockets off of us. Okay, let's see. How high are we? We are very high. Let's see if we can actually do this. Can we have an orbit? No, we cannot. Not with our chemical rockets. Let's see if deploying this will help. It helps a little bit, but we're still about 1 kilometer short for orbit on this thing. I think we're going to go ahead and revert this flight. We'll revert to vehicle assembly. I think we're going to call it there today. But, you know, I think the space dump truck we'll begin next time with launching of the space dump truck, and then we'll get another solar probe built, because the death of the solar probe, so close to its goal of annihilation at the sun, was sad. So I think what we're gonna do is we'll hold till next time, because this rocket, I mean, it's gonna take a lot of work to get this thing up and running, get this thing like orbital capable. So, because I think, yeah, we're like 1 kilometer under where we need to really be. So I will go ahead and probably call it there. Let's exit our launch facility here. Let me save, and we'll pop out of here so that I can, you know, have you all serenaded with a lovely sea shanty as we close today. We did have a lot of fun. We brought a lot of Kerbals home. We did final testing on the space dump truck, which we know now works. We are setting our sights to Moho and Eve now. Two of the hardest planets to bring Kerbals to and from in the game. Lechonk. the full stack should be called Lechonk. I will take it under advisement, and we'll see what we can do next time. All right. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Let me go ahead and save the game really quick while I'm talking to you. Got to do my plugs. Blah, blah, blah. Instagram. Blah, blah, blah. YouTube. Look for Poopy Boop. Same name. Same everything. There are links in the About Me part, I think, of this channel. So definitely take a look. Tomorrow we're going to do Microsoft Flight Simulator, and Sunday, everybody, make sure to tune in. We are going to do... You're going to watch me be bad at Portal, which I know people love, people watch. You're going to watch me be dumb. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I have a bunch of crap that I have to rush off and finish doing today. I gotta, you know, pay bills, gotta go... I have to go do adult stuff, which is the worst. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Sorry for the abrupt end, but we're coming up on 4 hours, which is a little bit longer than I wanted to go today. But we will... Big things are coming for this. Definitely next weekend, tune in, and we will get the space dump truck on the surface of Eve. I will catch everybody later. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend if I don't get to see you again. And for those I do get to see again, I will see you tomorrow while we play some Flight Sim. Take care.